Guys connect, intellect, intersect. Brothers on the rise, no lies, just respect. Health, wealth, religion, truth, gotta inspect. Mindful exchange on deck, we perfect.
You are now tuned into the Mindful Exchange podcast. How we feeling today, fellas?
Yeah. What up, though?
Tired, boss. Tired.
Word.
Dog tired.
Sick of this shit.
He over there snacking,
Who you want to start
Always.
with?
eating in front of nephew.
That's all right.
Nephew over there chewing in front of Sir.
Smacking on the
Sir over
microphone.
there sneaking drinks in front of his pops.
That nigga grown.
Yeah, that nigga done had 3 shots of the chocolate already.
Happy belated birthday. We said happy birthday last week, too, people. Happy birthday.
Happy
You got to
birthday.
enjoy your night out.
It was all right, you know. Make me want to be like, damn, why the fuck I even come out this motherfucker? Shit, but, you know, I got to see a couple people. It was okay.
No cap,
How
no
old are
joke.
you now?
I didn't know you were only 35.
How old? Yeah, I was about to say, how old are you?
Did
How
not
old?
know. I swear to God that
I'm not
everybody in the room
35.
besides him and him,
He's
I
not
thought
30.
everybody was older
Where you
than
get
me.
that from? He lied to you.
He
huh?
posted that shit and said 35 never looked so
Oh,
That was, no,
he
that was
fronting.
a joke. That was a joke. 35,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
35 ain't never look so fly. That was just a joke.
good. All right.
Yeah, no, that's not.
Plus 10. I took off a decade.
Yo.
Yo, so let me ask you a question, though.
Marshall back in the building.
Yeah, man.
How you feeling?
What up?
Couch
feel
looking
good.
real
Feel
snug
good.
over there.
Feel good. Yeah, it is kind of snug. I was a little nervous. I told Pete and
Why
Sir they little.
Why you moving like he got cooties?
Because I don't want no hip to hip shit. I don't want
Circle,
all that
dot,
shit. Put your pocket on my pocket.
Yo, Quest, how you feeling?
Pants
You
kinda
already
thin,
know,
too.
man. I'm
Yeah,
Gucci.
yeah.
Putting that work in?
Yes, discipline on another level, man. I'm loving it,
Get
kid.
the rest up at all this weekend?
Nah,
No rest for the
no rest. Tomorrow's my rest day. I go 6 days straight, then I rest on Monday. So
gangster.
Training for the Olympics. Huh?
The nigga Olympics.
Yeah.
basically,
Special
man,
Olympics.
The Elmira Olympics.
Nigga jumping over fences from dogs.
He shot a shot at you.
what is that?
The special Olympics.
My bad, yo.
It's all good.
Quest,
It's all
I
That's
was
good.
fucked
fucking
up.
with
Y'all
you.
shouldn't even laughed at that.
Yo.
Quest be dunking on people in wheelchairs and shit at the
Nigga, you will not find me in no wheelchair, nigga.
No, I said you be dunking on people in wheelchairs.
Oh, shit.
Come in there like this. You
Yo,
be
if
jumping
they
over
out
them like
there-
this. Ah!
Nigga, if they out there, they getting that work.
You shouldn't have came on the court, nigga.
That's a fact. That's a fact, bro.
That's a
Scuffed
fact.
his forehead with the
Yo,
heel of
that's
his
some real
sneakers.
shit John would say too. Nigga, you should be on the court, nigga.
Yo.
Facts, yo.
I'm punching on you, nigga. Period.
No, he wouldn't say that. He'll give him a workout regimen. He'll put him on a routine.
Take some of this hydrogen water,
That's what you
nigga.
do. You want to,
wheelchair
no, that
weeks,
ass.
nigga.
He had that nigga arm strong, get up the court faster.
Yo.
Get him out the chair. Yo.
Nigga, you can walk if you drink this hydrogen water.
Have him diving for balls and everything.
You never know. You never know.
Paraplegic.
nigga.
I got this vitamin concoction that'll save you now.
That's crazy.
And they all should be taking it.
You goddamn
Word up.
right, nigga.
I take black seed oil.
Word.
My wife, Quest put my wife onto
seed
it.
oil.
I just drank some hydrogen water. I don't know if it go good when you mix that shit with like alcohol. And shit,
Try it
though.
out.
Shit.
Blog about
See
it.
what happens.
You gotta
I
drink
know
more
you
than
finna
one
say
though,
you wanna
bro.
say something.
I'm gonna start, but on regular days, just start
Yeah.
taking 2 of them.
P, you gotta.
And
How much
press it
water
twice.
do you drink, Quest? Because I'm pushing a gallon every day. That's why I keep having to leave. 'cause I keep pissing
I
on
drink
myself.
a gallon at least, and
You say you keep
say
pissing on yourself?
3 liters.
That's why I'm
of
glad I'm back,
hydrogen
because I be.
water,
I
yo.
ain't mean to. I'm sorry.
How many liters is in a gallon? 4.
4.
I drink 3 liters of hydrogen water. And
Damn.
It's just regular.
Yeah,
fluids
bro.
or
I
whatever.
drink. Yo, I'll put a bottle in there, hit the button, do the thing, knock it down. Put another bottle in there, boom, knock it down,
So
then
each
do
bottle,
it again.
each bottle is a
Within
liter.
20
What are you
in?
supposed to do though?
That's how you're supposed to do it.
Within
I mean,
20
how many-
to 30
like, all
minutes,
day?
right?
Drink it
No, I'm
within
saying
30
each
minutes.
bottle is a liter you're putting in.
No, each bottle's a 16 ounce, so 3 of those is a liter and a half.
Okay.
So I knock back a liter and a half in the morning on an empty stomach.
Do you guys drink water first thing in the morning
I
when you
drink
wake
water
up?
all day, every day.
Like supposed to throw it back.
I
Soon
only
as you
drink
wake
alcoholic
up,
water.
I knock that shit out.
first thing before you brush your teeth.
I drink water every day,
2
all
cups,
day.
16
Drink all that morning breath.
Yeah.
Now, can we get back
Swallow
to Cap
that
talking about
bacteria.
pissing on himself? Yo, he would say shit like that, and y'all let it slide. Y'all just keep fucking talking. I be wanting to kick a hole in my TV.
What, are you gonna judge me?
Like everybody gonna say, this don't be just be you, bro.
You gonna
And
judge
so,
me?
So he said some shit.
Yeah.
I left my notes at the house.
Yeah.
Damn.
Who nephew said some shit?
Pissed
Nephew
on
done
myself.
said some shit. It's like, hold
Don't
on.
point at nothing.
Wait a
Pissed
minute.
on myself like, you know, last year, so like maybe 2 years ago.
Let's be clear. I was
What
just
the fuck
fucking
is we
playing.
talking about?
I know. I
Why
know
are
you
we
was fucking
talking about
playing,
peeing on
but that was a
ourselves?
good
What the
sign.
fuck
That
is
was
going
you
on,
handed the
bro?
ball off
Because I drank so much
to be
water.
some good. You know what I mean? Good.
Yeah.
Good TV.
and-
YouTube TV.
And how I used to work, you know what I'm saying, where niggas can't use
Oh,
bathrooms
yeah, I remember
sometimes.
Oh, I
saying
never
that
thought
shit.
about that. What about
Nigga.
bottles and shit?
Nigga, that shit, a little bit of leakage came out. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn.
The levee broke.
Yo.
But
Katrina.
I was with a nigga that shit on himself before. Too.
Damn.
Yeah, that job is brutal sometimes. You be no
Did he stay-
bathroom.
did he
to
stay
I'm
run.
gonna
out
tell
there?
you. Listen, there ain't no
Ain't no
motherfucking job brutal.
Did he stay out there after he shit on
Hold
me?
on.
Staying out there.
I'm
people-
sorry, sir.
I quit.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck what
I
you guys say.
quit.
Bro, I got to shit. I'm running over here into the woods and I'm going to handle my business.
Listen,
You're
John.
not going to make me
John,
stand
listen,
here and
this
shit
It's a
on
true
myself.
story. It's a true
Let-
story.
let-
It's a true story. He farted. He sharted.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Farted.
never,
A little shit came out.
never trust the
And he
fuck.
was like, yo, he told me, he's like, yo, I shit on myself, yo, I got like, and you know what I mean? We gotta stand there. We got the whole road taken, so we can't just leave, nigga. We can't just leave. So he calls the owner. He calls the owner, and the owner comes back, right? He brought this nigga a pair of drawers, nigga.
Damn.
And he brought this nigga a pair of
And
drawers.
some wet wipes.
Nah, just some drawers, nigga.
Oh shit.
Probably some tidy whities too.
How you supposed to clean himself? Bro, you gotta get the wet wipes. bro.
And we had to have one of the contractors workers come over and fuck with me, like and
Substitute.
flag with me. Sub,
He had to sub tap,
plug him in.
tag in.
He had to go to like Walmart or something to the bathroom.
Yeah, to wipe
that's
his
crazy.
ass.
Yeah, just
Wipe his
wash
ass
up.
and put some
Did
different.
he did he
different
continue
shorts on.
working there?
He
or-
continued to work this whole
That's
shift.
crazy.
I mean, like after
He's
that
still,
day.
yeah, he's still. I ain't gonna blow
I'm
you
Yo,
up.
salute
I'm
that nigga, bro.
I'm gonna be real. That's a man because it's like, yo,
Yeah.
I'm doing what I gotta
mean,
do.
you gotta do what you gotta
Some
do,
shit
yeah.
happened. Some people would allow their
Some
pride.
shit
to-
happened. Pun intended or no?
That's crazy. I didn't do that on purpose.
Good
Bars.
Good
Shit
catch.
Bars.
It was bars.
Shit definitely
shit
happened.
happens.
He was tight though, cause he wanted to go. Like, you know what I mean? This nigga came. The owner came, cause he couldn't have. Niggas couldn't find somebody to
So,
It's
So-
never happened,
in,
but I'm gonna
yeah.
keep it a buck, nigga. If I ever happened to shit on myself,
You shit on yourself before. The way you said that,
yeah,
I
no,
know
no,
that you've
listen,
done
no,
it.
listen, no, listen.
I know you've done it before.
Not
This-
at work. Not at work. Not at work.
we know he
I'm going home, bro. I'm going home. Fire me if you got to, nigga. I'm going home. I'm changing my drawers. I'm taking a shower. I'm going to bed. I'm finna wake up and think about what the fuck I just did.
So I worked in the oil field, right? True story. So backyard or whatever.
Nah, but them needs you.
I used to he been on that I ain't gonna say it. I ain't trying to get y'all canceled. I just got back. I don't want to leave.
Yeah, we got a couple hits here and there.
So I ain't gonna tell you. Yeah,
Sad.
he just talk about somebody need. Anyway, so real quick. So usually I plan out my day because y'all know me. I don't fuck around. I like to wash my hands. I like to keep it clean. Outside toilets, I've done it probably 2 or 3 times in my life. And I've used all day toilet paper. I made sure I use the toilet paper in the stall for the seat. It'll be a lazy boy.
Yeah.
It'll be reclined, and I go get the toilet paper from the other side to wipe. It's a process if I have to do it. So in the oil field, there's outhouses. If you don't know nobody that's like the tool pusher or something like that, they got trailers out there. And I usually try to get in good with the mud man because usually he's gone 3-4 days out the week. He's never in his trailer, so it's clean, and I got access to a trailer I can shit in instead of an outhouse. He wasn't there that day. I don't know what happened. I usually plan my day. I eat, wait, use the bathroom, so I got a couple hours out there. Then I can go back to the hotel. Something happened that day. I don't know if it was extra hot or something. I go over by the house and I'm smoking. Anybody know, tobacco, nicotine, it loosens your bowels. So I'm sitting there. I was like, nah, ain't no way. Ain't no way this is happening. You know what I'm saying? I got FRs on. It's hot. FRs are one suit, zipped up. So hot out there. That's all I got on in boxers.
You
And a
shit in a
t-shirt on.
Yeah,
onesie?
a onesie on. Yeah.
So it's like
Oh,
it's
down his
FR is a
leg.
suit. It's a fire retardant suit because I'm in the oil
So
field.
that shit thick.
So
nigga
yeah, it's
said
thick.
fire retarded too.
Fire retardant, mother. Father, sister, brother. So anyway, I was like, nah, this shit ain't happening. Nah,
God
this
damn,
shit
this is a
ain't
long ass story. Did you shit on
I can't
yourself,
make it.
nigga?
I wanna know.
That nigga
your
said I'm
ass up and
back,
listen.
bitch. And I'm getting all the camera
Shut
time,
your
nigga.
ass up and listen to what
Shit,
I'm
we've
saying
been
to
listening
you.
for 20 minutes.
I'm
nigga.
smoking.
You got a fire retardant.
And you've been talking
you done
for
said
17.
You smoked for 25. Nigga. How many
Listen to what I'm
cigarettes did you
saying to you.
smoke, Marshall?
I smoked another one.
Yeah, 13 Newports.
So
So
I-
we got it, bro.
Smoked the cigarette, realized, okay, I got a shit. I can't do it. I'm going to the truck. I get halfway to the truck, realize, damn, I can't make it. Run back to this motherfucker. I'm coming out the suit. This Ed's heads. I'm in there. When I go in there, I'm clenching. Y'all know that clench. Everybody get that clench? Because I'm trying to lay down toilet paper as much as I can.
Yo, if you with one of them suits on, shouldn't you go as soon as you get the urge? Because you got to do all the zipping and all that.
But
shit?
I thought I could make it to the truck. The hotel was literally off the pad. It might have been a mile and a half away.
Oh hell.
You know what I'm saying? So as I get in there, I'm laying this shit down. I'm clenching. So I got to stop. You get the brr, 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 brr. So I got to stop and squeeze. Like if I move, I'm shitting.
Facts.
So I wait for that. Brr, 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 brr. Okay, I got like 30 more seconds to move. Nigga, I put that shit down and I pull my shit down. I pull my arms out. And as soon as I sat down, the shit hit the bottom. And
jump
that shit
back
came
up
back. The kiss of Poseidon. And this is an outhouse, nigga. This is an outhouse. That shit hit. You think I'm playing that shit hit me? I stood right back up. I said, God. I zipped my shit up. I came out and I ran straight to the truck. Put that shit in reverse. No matter of fact, we always back in. I peeled out. Gone. I go straight to the hotel. Take everything off, jump in the shower.
That's a bunch of people shit.
Yeah, bro. You talking about panicking? I'm in the truck. I'm
Outhouse.
squeezing.
You don't know what's in there.
I
some
said,
Mexicans
y'all
in that
niggas think I'm
motherfucker,
playing.
too.
I said, the only words I said was God. From the time and even in the shower, I'm going, God. Driving the hotel, got to get to the hotel, take a shower. Get back to the pad, the company man. This punk motherfucker, we was cool. Company man comes out. As soon as I pull on the
Nigga,
pad,
I
he
ain't
opens
trying
the
to hear the
door.
whole goddamn.
No, he opens the door.
adventure.
Check it out. No, he opens
I
the door.
told
He
you
starts
he's
laughing.
missing his camera time. He's
Nigga,
like, fuck
shut
y'all.
up. I'm almost done. He opens the door. He starts laughing. And I knew he knew what the
you
fuck
did it.
happened. He knew what happened. He's like, I see you tear her ass out of here. Like, yeah, fuck you. But yeah, that's my outhouse story. What's your story, Jeremy? When
Now
you,
hold up.
Hold on.
Now we gotta expound on this a little bit.
I was just saying, because what's funny?
Oh, you wanna expound?
Am I the only nigga that
Now you want to expound.
listen, am I the only nigga that experiences when you have to shit real bad or you gotta poop real bad that it's always the worst right when you get to the toilet, like your ass knows you're at the toilet?
I think I asked this question before. If you remember, I was like, what is it in your brain that when you get closer to the bathroom,
It gets worse.
the urgency just kicks in? Like, and I think there's a word for it or some shit like that.
I don't know, but you be good, and then you're like, all right, yeah, I'm good. And so you just riding, and then the next thing you know, you like a block away. And
When
then
you get
it's
closer
like,
to home.
It's a wrap.
Yeah.
You can see the toilet, nigga. You start to do the little clench.
Yeah, that's home base.
I had one of them shit. Yeah, it's home base.
That's
yeah,
home
like,
base. You're comfortable. I'm
It's
about to go in
be a
here.
segment.
As soon as you hit the key.
Oh yeah. I see the thumbnail now.
Yeah, talking about shit.
I already told
This
my
seems to be the worst way to start one off.
I already told my shit story on the pod like a year or so ago, so I'm not gonna.
Not a year ago, it was like a month.
It was.
It
Yeah.
was a couple months.
Which one? I
And
must
then you
have
start
missed
at a
that.
month. This nigga caps at a year. That's a big difference.
That's why you got to keep young niggas around. They
Yo,
remember
which
That's a
everything.
fact.
Which shit story? I need which shit
You
story?
already know it, bro. I'm
That's the
not-
one
you would've watched
corny.
the
Yeah,
episode.
yeah,
Bro,
yeah.
you know I've held
why I
that
was-
motherfucking.
That's
you,
why I was,
you said that don't ever say. I've never said anything to anybody all these years.
You told
and
me.
You finally told him. Y'all know? He told you details and all that shit, right?
told the world. Yeah.
Marsh
Good
told me
shit, bro.
first.
You
But you know, see, this
Yeah.
is why I was saying expound on it too, because when you said God,
God, it had to be like 47 times.
that's what the fuck I was saying. I was like, God, no, please, God, no,
bro.
help me, God.
If you really my man,
What is that? Route 17 by
Yeah.
the airport.
yes.
Yeah.
Flying up Route 17, there was no way I was gonna make it in time, bro.
If you
And
really
I had
fuck
on,
with me.
I had some brand new Timbs on, brand new school clothes. I was going to Corning.
You had some Dockers, nigga.
Nah, bro. Listen, I was so mad because them Timbs was new. I was an old nigga, just got out of school, going back to school. So I got dipped. Like, I wanted to get dressed going to school. Not knowing in college people don't even do that.
They don't give a
you know what
fuck.
I'm saying? They don't give a fuck.
They
I'm
tired.
Yeah,
Jogging pants and slides.
I'm dipped in there. So that damn near $200 pair of Timbs, nigga, was
Oh, it ran
of
down the
shit.
leg to the shoe.
Dookie.
yeah. So let's watch this
On the
video.
kid
Damn. That's
This
crazy
whole
work.
this whole part better be a good segue
But-
into this next video.
It's-
It needs
That's
to.
crazy,
But
bro.
God's got a funny way, right? He made you shit on yourself, But you had a car with leather seats.
It was
Peanut butter lover.
You could have been.
You remember that Taurus
That
that I
nigga
had?
said that nigga said peanut
was-
butter.
I
like-
thought it was the the Blazer.
No, it was the Taurus, the burgundy one that I had.
I caught that.
Oh,
That shit did not have leather in it.
I thought it was the. I thought it was the Blazer.
It had some shit in there. He blazed the fuck out of that
Ooh.
seat, nigga. That's what he did.
Yeah, but that's another chapter because that shit wasn't drivable for a little while. We'll just put it at that.
Sold that bitch.
All right, so recently I
That was a shitty day, Cap.
yo, so I wanted to get you guys' opinion on this this Malik Yoba video. Any of you guys see that?
Is it the old one about the trainees or is it a new one?
Nah, some new shit. It's basically about his identification.
Oh, he doesn't identify as a black man
Yeah,
anymore.
that shit was kind of disturbing
Jesus
to me.
Christ, bro.
I seen the words. I didn't hear none of it though. I didn't hear none of it. I just seen the little.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I mean, if
Play the video and then we'll talk
yeah,
about it.
Jetta, we got the audio on the TV too. What y'all think about that though? Like,
I think that what he was trying to say was a good message, but he didn't portray it correctly.
what do you think he was trying to say?
That he's trying to unify people of color. He's trying to say that by calling everybody non-white, it's unifying us, but it's not just white people that everybody has a problem with. So I think he kind of dropped the ball on
That's
that
a dope
point.
perspective on it. I didn't think about it like
Because he
that.
did say something about Asians, or he said something like that. So
Latino.
Latinos. So if you did take blacks, Latinos, Asians, whatever, and we just all identified as non-white, we would
okay,
automatically be the
okay.
majority. And so then the white people will create something anti against the non-white, basically saying how the systematic oppression of different things is always going to reoccur no matter what it is. So he said, I'm going to identify as a non-white and then watch they try to come up with something anti-non-white. That's what he
That's
said.
dope. I didn't catch. I mean, I guess I just didn't
I don't think I
pick
seen what
up
you
on it
seen.
like that. But
We watched the same video.
I'm just,
that's a dope
I'm just saying, like, that's just my interpretation
understand
of
where
what
you're
he
coming
was
from.
trying to say.
yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying? I just don't know if that's my interpretation.
I
I
see
don't
the
know
same
if he
shit.
exactly saying that, but
Yeah.
just thinking about how when the key words of what he was saying is
It was like unification.
unification,
as opposed to
that-
division.
Yeah, he
He's
was
trying
like,
to say
if-
white versus non-white. He's just saying everybody that's not white, let's just identify as not white.
Yeah.
I got
So,
the same,
you know what I mean?
the same interpretation as Hoodie. Is he like they try to come after whether you black, whether you something else, whether you Mexican, and all the DEI shit. So I'm gonna stop identifying as black, so you can't really figure out who the fuck I am unless you see me. You know,
I ain't never been black.
Ooh.
All my life, and motherfucker think it's funny. And like, I'll be serious. I say a lot of crazy shit. I told Delmar the other day. I asked him, Delmar, what color are you? I'm black. Look at your hand, Delmar. What color are you? I'm brown. Exactly.
I'm
That's what I mean.
mocalicious.
You're not white. Your mom's not white. She's not white. That's white. I'm a brown person. You're a creamy, peachy, or whatever you want to call. Whatever color that is in the color scheme.
Ecru.
I'm not a black, but Ecru P in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? That's why I see what he's saying, but at the end of the day, like, that black and white, it's
divisive.
yeah.
Sir, how do you interpret it as a young man in this crazy day and age?
Or was it a little over your head? I mean, it's okay to say that. I mean, it's just a conversation. We're just trying to educate.
Everybody gets something from it, regardless of how old you. I mean,
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it went over my head a little bit. I mean, if really just interpret it how you want.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you say it's non-white, black, brown.
It's like you don't give a fuck what he's screaming. I honestly,
Yeah.
when I seen it, I was like, it's good conversation, at first I took it as him not wanting to represent being a black man because we're in that day and age where some people want to identify as
He
all
could
the
be
other
Kanye.
weird
He
shit.
could be Kanyeing out too.
Yeah, but not just that. Like when I first heard the topic,
Yeah,
that's what I thought.
When you brung it
And
up,
then I
that
heard
my
what he
first
said.
thought was
That's what I
saying,
was thinking.
Did you see the video when you say they want to be a black man? I don't want to be a black man.
Yeah.
But like my perspective, Bob, technically, I mean, I'm not black. You get what I'm saying?
But that's defeating a person. I think it's like the headlines when you see like, oh, he don't want to be a black man, but he really just in this day of age with the DI, you have a whole
just drop that label. Everybody.
you have
Yeah,
a
I mean,
whole
click-
you have a whole system right now that's targeting
Black.
my people. So how about we come up with a strategy to go against that? Like you
Hey,
ain't just
Pete.
gonna label me. So he's just thinking of a strategy.
Hey,
like
Peter.
I ain't gonna call myself black because these niggas is coming after me.
Peter, to push back on not what you said, because what you I agree 100% what you said. To push back on what Marsh said,
Who?
being Marsh, you fat
who the hell Marson?
motherfucker, you.
I don't know no nigga named Marson. Who the fuck is
I didn't say
Marson?
Marsh, nigga. I said Marsh. Shut the fuck up.
Gave you a new name and shit. You so scared.
Crazy,
of
bro.
it.
So when I was growing up, like sometimes I was too white for the black people, and I was too black for the white people. So I had to try to find
never
like
been
like
too
like
black.
like a niche. Shut the fuck up.
Even in the sun.
What I would say is, I go by what the police say. So when niggas say black, like when the police call out your sign, they're not gonna say the suspect is brown with Kevin Willis's knees. They gonna say the nigga's black. He's black.
He just talking about my knees.
So when you say,
That's what they gonna say.
hold up. So when you say you were too black for white people and
Thank you,
too
Kat.
white for black people, can you explain that a little bit? Because I'm unfamiliar with that completely.
Okay.
He ain't black enough for black people. He ain't white enough for white.
He said before on the pod where he grew up as a kid in his neighborhood as a kid, it was mixed, but in his company with white people that lived in his neighborhood, sometimes he was too black for them, and then with the black kids in his neighborhood, sometimes he was too white for them.
So do you think that's something that biracial people go through a lot? Because you know, being a black nigga, there's never any confusion.
Yeah.
So that's something I don't know anything about.
Nah, so it was like there would be times like I was just playing the shit for Sir before we started shooting. There'd be times I listen to rock music, old school, like the Drifters and shit like that, and people would be like, "What the fuck are you listening to?"
Yeah.
That was the black people. Then I'd be around the white people, and I'd be listening to Trick Daddy and Juvenile and all, and they'd be like, "What the fuck are you listening to?" It was always a balance at some point. But like I always revert to, I always go to, and people say, "Why don't you identify as white if you're mixed? Why does everybody always identify as black?" And it's because the police identify us as black. That's why I always go to that. Like,
So what would you say you identify yourself as minus the police?
black,
And why is that?
because of the police.
I said minus.
There's no other reason.
So you saying that there's no other way
So you-
for
so-
you to
No, go ahead.
do
Go
your
ahead.
thing? Nah, 'cause
Go ahead.
I can't.
sir.
I mean, because if the
Sir,
police
sir,
was yelling out something,
Bro,
they
when
would
the
say,
suspect, when they say the police, when they see me, aren't gonna say, they might say Hispanic.
No, I understand what
but
you're
yeah,
saying.
they're
You're
not
saying
gonna say we have a white male. They're gonna say we have a black male. I don't know. Wearing
I
some
don't know,
crazy
nephew. They
ass
might be
pants.
like, there's a large
Samoan,
potato shaped
yeah,
nigga.
Samoan.
So
like-
Something like that.
I think nephew wants to identify as a white man, but he don't want to get back. Let me finish, please. Let me finish.
Just for the
I'm gonna
credit
become a
score.
cop.
Just
I'm
for
gonna
the
become a
credit
cop.
score.
I'm gonna
nigga.
see him and be like, identify. I see a white male
large white male.
running down
Hold
the
on,
street.
time out. You said when you
Not
become
running.
a cop?
If I do,
Oh, this nigga, sir, trying to be a cop.
Oh well.
I'm gonna see him walking. I'm gonna be
I
like,
hope he does.
hold on.
You better freeze, nigga. He gonna put the hard R on that shit too. Freeze, nigga.
Nah, I would never.
Sheesh.
Yo, but that's the dope part, though. That that was a good video. I think we clicked on it just because what it said.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
That
you know,
headline.
that headline
Like,
is
oh,
what
shit.
made you. You know what I'm saying? But that's the whole thing about sparking conversation
But
too.
his
Is
explanation-
you know what I mean? That opened up a whole conversation into a whole different ideal way of thinking. Is like, oh well, just like you said, my interpretation was different from yours.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so that allowed us to
everybody
see
gets
different
something.
aspects
Like
of
G
it.
shit,
You
like
know?
just clicking on that or seeing that headline.
You're gonna
I
click
think
on it.
everybody in here probably would have had the same exact thought reading the headline until they clicked on it.
I wonder what was this on a radio interview or was it recorded?
Breakfast Club, the Breakfast Club.
No,
No, that was-
they borrowed.
No.
It was a video. He was online somewhere doing a video interview. I don't think it was with them, but they took the clip.
I have a question about it. Like, you can call yourself whatever color you want. What is the desired outcome of that? Like,
Yeah,
what,
that's kind of where my brain was at. Like, why would you even express that?
what
But
tangible outcome would
I
happen?
think P was touching on that. He
Yeah,
didn't
where
say this, but
The environment that we're in right now, there's DEI. There's like almost like a target with this administration. Not even to bring this nigga up, but like with the
First of all-
administration and everything. Like there's just almost targeting with
so
schools.
let me
with
ask you
all
a
types
question.
of
Let me ask you a
jobs.
question. You see how easy it is to take what somebody said and then make it fit your narrative because he didn't say any of that.
Right into political.
It's like you got to take what was this. You don't have to do anything. I'm saying my best practice has been taking what has been said and then chopping it down in so many different pieces just to better understand it as opposed to saying this is what it is. Because you took it somewhere that
Nobody else did.
and it's not even just that. It's just
It
I
was
didn't hear. Me
assumption.
personally, I didn't hear any of that. I heard like a self-identifying thing.
I assume that because of the environment that
Bless
we
you.
living in. So
Thank
if we probably let that shit play, I'm sure they would
Bless
probably
you.
say something of why he believes that. You know what I'm saying? Why he
Like why he chose to.
why he's feeling that way. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
I would think to
And
get
just
back
my
to
assumption is because of the environment that we're living in now.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit going on.
I would
with
think
the
to
Before I
back to
forget, real
Hoodie's
quick,
point,
bro, because
go
my
ahead.
brain is
Sorry.
old. I think it was either P or you. Somebody said something about I think it was P. If we not identify as being black, then maybe it could maybe change a narrative. Okay, all these people, the Asians and everything, they don't identify as non-white. That's what he said, non-white, right?
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, like, even at the end of the day, like, okay, if I don't know Cap and he identifies as non-white or Quest identifies as non-white, I still see them as a black man. So how would that change, even if a whole group of people, okay,
That's
we identify?
exactly
Yeah.
what
You see
I'm
what I'm
thinking.
saying? And that goes back to even what I'm saying, like even with my kids, like it's so silly to me. The first time, even the first time I heard somebody black person, it's weird. This person's not black, but that's the world. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's just so it doesn't really make.
I
think-
remember being a kid
I think-
saying I'm not black. Like I was like, I'm brown. Like
Yeah, I'm brown.
I'm brown.
We're
Even my
brown
grandson
people.
was like, Pop, you're brown.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
do you
I
think that?
hold on. I think that
that's a non-biased, pure.
Oh yeah, the babies, man.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
simple.
he's
say
4 years
what-
old.
That's what brutally honest. That's what it is.
So do you
So
think?
stop calling me black, nephew.
So
What
do you
the
think
fuck?
that if it's
I'll just call you dark from here.
He
on
can't
out.
help it. That goes back to that. You know what I mean? Want to identify as a white man.
Yeah,
That's his
maybe-
white side.
Because-
Uncle
So-
Ruckus?
Yeah,
We
that's
are
what it is.
Confederate COVID.
So-
And
so-
so
we was
he said
right the
something
whole
about
time.
He'll play trick daddy around the white people because he wanted to be, you know what I mean? I'll fuck y'all up
I'm
in
that
here.
nigga. Yeah.
And when he was around the real
And then
niggas,
around
you know what I'm
the-
saying?
then I gotta
Well, let
play
me play this Blink
Hanson
182
or
so these
something,
guys
yeah.
don't think I'm too gangster
gotcha.
because I don't want nobody to peel my potato skin.
I hear you.
So do you think that?
Nah, so I
fucking
think
with you.
it. I
No, but it's, yeah.
I
what
think
you're saying, yeah.
to Hoodie's point, what his intentions were good. He was trying to unify people against what the oppression stood for.
You think he was trying to unify?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
wondering
I
how
think-
was he
I think
trying
so.
to?
I
I
think
thought
so.
he was just expressing some shit.
what I'm saying.
I didn't think he was like.
expressing that niggas need to.
You
get
have a
with
good way,
Puerto
though.
Ricans and
You have a
Mexicans
good
and
way of putting that bullshit
Venezuelans
out
and
there.
all them. They need to get the fuck together.
I didn't hear
and
his-
be non-white. That's what I think he was. I don't know. I kind of took it like that, but that I kind of maybe that's what he was saying.
Play the rest. Play the rest of it.
You know what you should do? You say
That
you
was-
should
that
say
was
in my
bit that
opinion.
was on there.
Before you talk, nephew, you should say in my opinion.
Yeah, I think that's because I didn't feel
I
like
spit
he was
facts.
trying to get me to feel the way he felt.
You
Like
spit
he was
facts?
just saying some shit that he
They
felt.
probably asked him a question about something, maybe, you know what I mean? So you got to get it all in context.
Right.
And also, but no,
That's
but
why I
also-
asked. I was wondering, was
hold
it
on,
a
but
live
also-
interview or where was it done at? We could probably find it. you know
Also,
what
I
mean?
think that he might have been trying to take some of the heat off of the last interview he did, where he was like, "I love trans women." He hasn't had no job since, so
He used to play on The Wire, didn't he? Wasn't he on The Wire?
Nah,
yeah, he was
New
on-
York Undercover.
New York Undercover, but he was in a lot of Tyler Perry movies. He was in
But just because he doesn't have a
Why
job
Did I
doesn't
Get
mean
Married?
he's still not getting paid.
Oh yeah,
Word.
for sure. But I'm just saying, I feel like that could have been a reason. That's assumed.
That's why I said every
that's
time you talk nephew, you should say in my opinion.
This is my opinion. What I said before wasn't an opinion; it was a fact.
No, but like I said,
was a fact.
but like I said in the beginning,
A fat fact.
I just was.
You know what his knees look
Hold on.
like? I'm
Did
sorry,
you just
Jared.
say a fat
You ever
fact?
seen them? You ever seen them knees with them old big ladies and
Bro, you're ashy as fuck.
in the cart?
Don't try
in the
to
cart
talk
at
about
Wise
knees.
at the grocery store.
Don't talk about knees. You ashy than a motherfucker
Big old fluffy knees. I stay ashy.
Yeah, dude. I know
So,
you
but-
look like you did army
Yeah,
crawls
I
and
stay
baby
ashy,
powder.
nigga.
You stop playing.
How Redman said, I got money in the bank and my cannabis stank, nickel.
Yeah, and them ankles is ashy than a motherfucker.
Yeah, but my ankles is proportionate. My shit go down like an ankle's supposed
you got
to.
chicken legs. What the
Your
fuck is you
ankle-
talking about?
Your calves flare all the way down to the curve of your foot, nigga. You can't even tell where your ankles start. Everybody else got, you can see an ankle. Ain't it supposed to go from big to small? His shit go from big, a little bit bigger.
That was pretty funny. That was
He can't
pretty
wear
funny.
ankle socks.
That was pretty funny.
That nigga don't wear ankle socks. That nigga wear Achilles heel socks. That nigga got
Yo, I found
prescription
that
socks.
original,
Stick over there with Vladi Divac knees.
I'm gonna play that Malik Yoba shit.
What
from
clip you
start
talking about,
to
bro?
end. The,
Oh, you found the original joint?
Yeah.
Dope. So with seeing this,
That's
right?
never happened before.
So you seen you heard the audio on there. So I mean, obviously he's walking down the street by himself.
Yeah.
He's probably out for a stroll. He might have lit a doobie, got his glasses on. He's thinking. So with seeing this, what do you think? You know what I mean? How do you think? He might be portraying it now.
I think
Exactly
exactly
what
what
you
I
just
said.
said, yeah.
I think, he said some shit without saying some shit. The all non-whites, and then what are they gonna do? They're gonna come up with something that says we don't like all non-whites. It's the same thing. I mean, without saying systemically, when you think about it, you obviously had the whites not liking the blacks, and I'm not downgrading or talking greasy about whites. I'm just saying what it is.
Historically, that's how
and
it's
then
been,
the whites did what? They forced the Indians off to their place. Now they got all the shit
forced
against
them.
the
They used blanks
Mexicans.
for smallpox.
You know what I'm saying? Then they had all the shit when the Asians came. You know what I mean? All these different things. So it all seems like everything that's non-white has went through some type of
crazy.
oppression. But what has the white people went through? Nothing.
To take it even deeper.
So,
bad,
real
go ahead.
quick. So, you know what I mean? So, if then he said, then they're going to say, oh, now we don't like the non-whites. But to me, that's what I got from it. But I was saying when he was talking about unifying, I'm like, if you think about it, if we all unified, if we were all a different nationality.
I don't think
and
it said unified. Just like what do you say? Identify as. Identify.
Oh, I
as
thought he said
non-white.
unify. Okay, maybe
Yeah.
Identify.
But yeah, but if you think about it, if everybody non-white identified as a non-white, we would be the majority. And then what are they gonna do? They're gonna hate the majority of the world.
I just think it was a nigga with a phone that had some time and some access to the world.
And I think he smoked something.
And
He
like-
went for a walk and was
Like
thinking.
literally, I mean, regardless if you agree or not, the powers that be are just gonna look at this nigga like, oh, it's just a nigga just venting off some shit. I mean, what he's saying, I mean, it sounds real good, but it's gonna take a lot of action and assembly amongst all non-whites for this to even make an impact.
Action
and what
that won't
type
happen.
and what type of impact is it really gonna have? Like, what is it really gonna have? Like, what will change in the day-to-day world of what we operate?
Shit, there's
So,
non-whites
I feel-
that don't
hold-
like
hold on,
black
Marsh,
people.
Real quick. I feel like what he said was something that I've said to I don't know how many people, everybody
I didn't eat
that's
it.
not
It
white
wasn't-
is a blank American, right? So you're black, you're African American, you're Asian, you're Asian American, you're Mexican American, you're this. But white people are just white or American. Not one white
Oh
person.
yeah, there is nothing attached.
They've
to
never
them.
been
They're
called
just
European
white.
American ever.
Say that.
Hispanic or not non-Hispanic is how they label like
White
races.
people?
Nah, I mean just saying. When you check boxes, they'll have like
That's on the checklist.
Now he's saying like white people have never had any
A
extra
blank
So
American.
you have
attitude.
an African American.
Oh, yeah,
You have a
yeah.
Hispanic
Gotcha.
American.
You have
a
Asian American, you
Asian
have
American.
everything American.
Caucasian or is it white?
It's
No,
called.
it's
It's,
just-
called
It's just
Caucasian.
American.
I don't even think.
Yeah,
I don't
but
know,
they're
'cause-
just even the
White.
niggas
They
who were
have
here.
white on
Hold on, P. Even the niggas who were here first are Native American.
Yeah, that's spooky.
The niggas who were here first are Native American. The white people are just American.
I feel he just believes right now we're in an environment, we're in a culture, not I guess a culture, but an environment that's hostile towards people that look like him.
Yeah.
And long story short, there's a lot of shit going on. We could believe it or we don't want to believe it. They're doing a lot of shit behind our backs. If we ain't informed, they're doing a lot of shit.
They've been doing it for a long time.
That's
they doing
outside
it-
of our control, regardless if we
Nah,
know
there's
about
always
it or not.
something in our control. We can
I feel like you're going on a
we can go
tangent
into
that has
the
nothing to
streets.
do with what he's talking about. Though.
Nah,
SD card on
there's
the floor.
very little control that we
There's
have.
always
Guys, let's
control.
make sure we respect the
All I'm
Speaker.
gonna say
speaker,
is,
'cause this is
whatever
deep.
what
This
we
is
believe is, there's a lot of shit going on. And if we don't know about it, if we choose to ignore it, if we do whatever we doing right now, we can act like everything is okay. But they doing a lot of shit, bro, that niggas don't know about behind our backs, whether it's small or it's big. They
Yeah,
doing a
for
lot
a
of
long,
shit.
long
That's all I'm
time,
gonna
man.
say. That's all I'm gonna say.
I feel like you went on a tangent that wasn't.
Doesn't
Well,
matter.
nah, he was just saying. I mean,
I know what he's saying, but he's going on a tangent that has nothing to do with the video. I know what he's saying because I agree with what he's
Because
saying.
I'm speculating on
No,
why
no, I
he's
agree.
saying what he's saying.
Yeah, but-
that's all speculation. So in my opinion, I believe he's saying what he's saying for a reason. You know what I'm saying? He's saying what he's saying because he's just
Agreed.
one.
I just think that-
he's
I
just
just
one
think your
nigga.
reason is wrong.
You know how many you could look. I'm telling you, look online. Look at how many
Can't
people
stand
are.
them one
light-skinned
niggas.
crime.
Look at how many niggas is protesting out in these streets right now. There's people protesting, bro, because these guys are doing some real suspect shit, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
But I don't
for a
think
long
that's
time.
what his message was, and that's what I'm saying.
right.
I agree with what you're saying. Everything
Okay.
you said, I agree 100%.
So-
I still think that's what he was saying.
I'm
That's all I'm
I agree
saying.
what he said. Is he's just one nigga,
He's
especially
just
the
one- he's
niggas
just
named
one-
James.
He's just one nigga.
It'd be
That's
one
it.
nigga. His
One
name
nigga
is
named
James.
James.
Yo, let's very good topic of discussion though. Very mindful. That's what it's meant to be. Right. So I got one more video, and after that we just gonna freestyle because this video is like the opposite of that.
Wait, what you mean by opposite?
Just play it. Just play it.
That don't sound
No
good.
explanation.
That sound
See,
crazy.
sir is smart. He sizes shit up.
yeah.
He's
It
like-
don't sound good.
I think he understands my
I don't know.
How would I put it? My
Motive?
format or
Your motive?
Motive?
he understands how I like to throw loops
Yeah.
and monkey wrenches in the
I feel like
game.
it's gonna be
Curveball.
me and the thong.
Curveball, yeah.
I'll swing at one. It's
Ready?
hung.
You don't. Yeah,
You
Hey,
ain't gonna
pause,
yeah,
pause,
yeah,
pause,
yeah,
pause,
yeah,
pause,
yeah,
pause,
yeah,
pause,
pause that
pause,
one.
pause.
You ain't gonna swing at this one. Ready, Jetta?
Yeah.
All right. So what are the details you guys heard from that? How do you feel about it?
She cut.
Who want to go
Sex
first?
offenders.
You get for the
penis
not.
off.
You see the motherfuckers, they start talking now. Y'all talking the other time the motherfucking video go off. Sorry, sir. Continue.
That's all I got out of it. She cut the penis off of a sex offender.
And stuffed it in his mouth.
Yep.
And it's a
right.
dead corpse, right?
Yeah.
Next.
But what did she teach in the class?
She was
And
teaching
she
a
did it in
class,
front of people.
so she must have found that out, got mad, and then
Oh wait, I
There's
think I
layers
missed
to
it.
this.
Maybe she.
So
he
she
the
was
one that-
teaching the
Maybe
class?
he was the one that
Yeah,
offended
she was
her. At
So
some
I was
point.
thinking
don't know.
about something similar, but not her. But maybe she was
Somebody that
affected.
she knew.
No, maybe not even that deep. Maybe she was just affected in the past by somebody sexually abusing her.
Oh, you went deep with it.
So it's like, how can you?
Trigger.
That trigger was so heavy that you
Had
couldn't
to
be
be
in
heavy.
front of
We
me
don't
in my
swing at this
profession,
fast,
even in front of students that I'm teaching.
I didn't even think about that.
That's what I'm saying.
crazy.
It could have been so heavy as where this is the guy that molested her or did some shit to her, or a family member or a friend, somebody that.
I'm
I
the
think
only
that's a-
nigga
I think
that
that's
noticed-
a heavy assumption too, though. 'Cause
I-
that's almost like a science fiction assumption, because it's like your brain is going somewhere that might make sense in a world, but there's no facts presented
know.
at all
In the world.
that leads you to a conclusion like
I'm
that.
the only nigga that noticed that the sheriff had Down syndrome. I'm the only nigga that noticed that.
yo, you looking at the wrong stuff, man.
I'm the only nigga that noticed that. I can't be. Bro, look at rewind the tape. This nigga's literally
This nigga crazy.
just rewind the tape, bro.
He ain't get nothing out of that whole
Nothing,
thing.
right?
You saw the officer
so-
was like,
Bro,
he got Down
Let me
syndrome.
that
let me-
nigga was the
let-
sheriff at special ed camp, bro.
So let me ask y'all a question. Do you feel like she's wrong for that?
Yes and
Yeah,
no.
she's wrong for doing that shit in
definitely
front of
wrong.
them kids and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
you got to be a professional in what you're doing.
What if it wasn't in front of the kids?
Even if she was by herself,
Still
that's
doesn't
If it
Still
wasn't in
wrong.
front of the kids, nobody
That's
would have
still
known.
wrong.
Nobody
That's
would
still
know.
wrong. Like I said
Still
more. That's
wrong.
more.
I
That's
mean-
wrong. That's creepy as fuck.
It is.
It's wrong. What
Hold
you
on.
think?
Hold
You
on,
think
hold
it's
on.
right to cut
Marsh.
a dead man dick off if you was a
Hold on,
corner
Marsh,
and
Marsh.
you in the thing by yourself?
No, not at all.
Hold on, Marsh. Are you saying that as a
weird.
nigga that's got a dick? Like we all niggas in here,
This
right?
dude here,
So
man.
hold on, listen. Is it wrong because no
You know what's
nigga
wrong?
ever
Because
wants
I
to
can see
dream about
everybody's
having
shape
their
of
dick
everybody
cut off?
need but yours.
Everybody wants to have like.
I think the whole
fuck
thing
me
is.
up.
I think.
Nobody wants to have their dick cut off.
Hold on.
period.
I think the reality is.
Period.
The reality is
And
that's
death or
that's
That's
not.
wrong. It's not
But hold
right.
on. That's a woman
It's
thing.
unnatural. It's different. I understand you're triggering stuff. If it does happen, you get to the point where you have to do that, then you need help. You need to talk about that shit. Maybe you
Yeah.
need to dig deep and get some needs.
I think
and if
it's
you're
a
by
woman
yourself,
thing.
I think that's even creepier.
That's a woman. I think that's a woman corner thing.
You
Like,
can't
that's
say
something-
that. Fuck that. A woman
I'm just
corner
saying-
thing, bro.
I'm just saying specifically to this video, it was a woman who did it. You know what I'm saying? And she found out that he was a child molester, and that's what she chose to do. I'm saying I think more of the cut your dick off thing is more of a woman thing. I don't think there's men out there, even criminals, that's out there like, all right, I'm gonna be the dick cutter off her nigga. Like, nah,
That's
that's
what I
just
was
not.
just saying.
That's just not.
Like,
Yeah, I'm-
even in death, bro. Like, does any nigga in here ever want their dick cut off? Like, even when you die, no, nigga.
that's not. I mean, that's just not something. I don't know. I think.
I forgot
I
y'all
think-
related.
I think
So
the
y'all-
layers to this shit is so deep because, we're sitting here watching
Still
the
over there
video.
Uber Eatings.
We're sitting here watching the video about this lady, but in even different professions, how many times do you think professionals abuse the power that they have
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
dealing with clients or individuals they feel like they can get away with it?
Hell
She
yeah.
obviously didn't feel like there was going to be any repercussions behind it. So it might not be the first time she did it based on that
But
trauma.
that sounds crazy to do it in front of. I
it in
think if
front
you
of
did it in
them
front of a
kids.
class,
Yeah.
I think that has to be the first time because somebody in that class
She
is going
obviously
to say
thought she was going
something.
to get a different
like,
reaction
yo.
than she did.
If you did that
what
shit
does
in
she
front of
think?
a whole class of students,
Somebody's going to be
That's-
like, yo,
that's
She
that,
wild.
the teacher was crazy. She cut. Yeah,
That's-
somebody going to say
I
something.
think to do a solo,
extreme.
you're crazy. To do it in front of a class, you're psychotic.
That's why I said. That's what I said. What I said. Maybe he got molested her or molested somebody in her family because
That's just
why the fuck
personal.
you gonna do
Gone.
that shit in front of a whole group of students if you ain't never do that shit?
I get your
before?
point though. I ain't mad at it.
I just
I
feel
think
like
that
I feel
would-
like a fact like that would come out
That's
if
what
it
I
was
said,
actually a
yeah.
fact.
That's crazy.
But
like,
not the chances of
maybe
him
she
being
had a
like that
psychotic
close to her.
breakdown.
Maybe
Yeah.
something that happened in her past or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
But not him being that close. Can you imagine somebody molest you or whatever, and then you the coroner and this bitch show up on your table?
Karma's a bitch.
What you gonna
she,
do?
she might be the bitch who took Marsha's niece. It might be who it is.
Yeah, she had a psychotic breakdown or something.
What's
but
up with
that
this
shit is
nigga?
crazy.
Nigga, she looked cool, calm, and collective. She
look
might
cold.
just
she
be
look-
crazy
she look
as a
cold.
That's what
But
I'm
I
saying.
feel
Even the
like,
way she was
too-
moving in the courthouse,
Yeah.
she was cold. That shit.
I mean, because
She didn't even look remorseful.
she did that shit before.
you know, because the hard part
Yeah.
is the hard part is when you think about
But in
it.
front of students,
How would you?
though.
Well, not in front of
How
nobody,
would
but she's
something
done
like
it.
that
You know what
come
I'm saying?
out? Depending on how old she is,
Yeah.
you know, back in the day,
And if she-
families hid that shit. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
yeah,
So
yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
That ain't gonna
yeah,
come
yeah,
out. Or maybe it could have been a situation where something happened to her or one of her
Yeah,
people,
yeah.
and they didn't tell nobody because they situation it wasn't believable. You know what I'm saying? Like society back when we was young is different.
Yeah.
No matter how we want to say it. You know what I mean?
Older
Now
generation of family, they kept a lot of secrets.
hell yeah. You know what I mean?
Don't talk about- don't say that.
Oh
Ooh,
yeah,
you
just
can't say that. Don't
oh,
talk
you-
about this. Like,
y'all make sure y'all watch the kids when such and such come
Yeah.
over.
See, I was gonna say that. I was literally just
You know
about
what
to
I'm
say that.
saying? Like, so
That's
it's
before
like-
us. I think that it was the generation right before us where you had to watch your kids around that one uncle or that one aunt.
or because she, like you
something
said,
that,
the,
you know
the
what
way
I
she
mean?
looked in court, she could just be crazy as fuck, and she been practicing that by herself, ready for the show. I got an audience now. Watch this.
Now I'm
Oh,
about to
yeah,
write
yeah,
this.
yeah,
I'm about
yeah.
to write this book and be famous. I might have to do a year because what is it? You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
You know what?
Anything.
How did she learn that he was?
That's a good question.
Well, you
They
have
to
to
do
know.
their background check or
Yeah,
something.
you get
Now
you,
you don't have to know.
no,
how
not
they-
when you're dead, nigga.
Yeah,
Was it a
she-
cadaver?
Or like maybe she looked up his name.
She worked in the funeral home. She was the embalmer, so she wasn't.
She wasn't even the
Mortuary.
The mortuary.
Now,
nigga.
even
Mortician?
further than that, well, who did they send you
Mortician.
to when
Embalmer.
The
coroner? Yeah, so she wasn't the coroner.
but you still have to be able to identify who it is. So you would probably get the coroner's chart. I don't know if that information would be on the coroner. I've never
I
seen
don't
a
think
death.
so.
No
But
way.
as an
I don't
embalmer,
know.
you're still doing like metal. You're still putting something in the body, so you got to have some type of medical background, being taught
Yeah.
how to
Well,
do
no,
that.
they-
so you probably got his chart.
Oh, a chart.
but
that-
why would they have all that information?
You
A
know,
sex
the,
offender.
the embalmers, they just take the fluid out of your body. Somebody like dead people.
They
are
take
fart.
fluid out of your body and they put embalming fluid in.
Yeah, but dead people are fart. They take all that shit out. They don't need a chart of whether he's fucking.
Oh yeah, that's
from
true.
First Street or none of that. They don't need none of that.
I
shit.
said they probably get their chart. We was wondering how they get their information. I'm thinking, okay, if
I
they're
mean,
that
because you-
close,
It's probably
some
a
medical
part of a
shit.
folder that lands
Yeah.
on your shit.
Because they have a toe tag, so you have to identify. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's still going to be a process. You know what I mean? It doesn't make a
But you-
difference.
but you-
if
you've
you in the
been around
hospital,
toe
they
tags.
you die on the 5th floor. You know what I mean? But when they send you downstairs and put you in that refrigerator, they still know your name. So then when the people come to pick you up, they're going to give them your name, and then they're going to take you to Walter Kent.
So
and
you're
Kent
saying
going to
that she Googled
identify, oh, okay, this is such and such and such and such. So then when they put you in the back room and then the coroner, when they're going to do whatever they're going to do to you, they say, oh, we're looking for such and such. They know right where to go get you. Here you go, sir. This, you know what I mean? Your
Oh, yeah,
information
and
is going to
they- and
pass.
They didn't expound on the extent of like who this guy was because he
Yeah.
could have been somebody that was publicly charged. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
And
Yeah, we don't
And
know
sex
that.
offender, any
we
sex
don't know.
offender got to
how
be
death
registered
works, by
anyway,
the
so
way.
you
Yeah.
can find them. What do you guys think about them body parts they found at Woodlawn?
wasn't it from mad years ago too, or
Yeah, did you heard
What-
about that?
what
When
they
dug up-
find?
I
They
had
found
no
body
idea.
I
parts,
think that was
legs
like
at Woodlawn.
was that a couple months ago?
Yeah, no, not even a month. A month ago, maybe a month and a half. Not even a month.
Where
Yeah, and-
where did they find them? Did they say like?
In
Like-
the
like-
cemetery,
Somebody buried him in a
grave
shallow
was-
grave,
in a shallow grave.
like trying to
Hide them.
hide him in a
So
graveyard.
once I'll tell y'all about it once
That's
we stop recording
crazy.
because
Yep.
I'll tell y'all what I'll tell y'all.
Why
This
you
shit is
won't
crazy.
tell us on air?
I don't want to say it on air because
Oh
I don't know
shit!
what the
Yeah,
fuck,
yeah, yeah.
man.
We ain't gonna.
It ain't got nothing to do with podcast. We ain't killed nobody. We ain't burying bodies. I done got a
That's-
couple bodies. You know, when I was in high school, baby, it was in high school, baby. Goddamn. Let me. What camera, baby. High school. Shit.
Nah, I think that shit.
I never
The
heard
concept
nothing
of
about
that shit is. The concept of that shit
Yeah,
is
look it
crazy.
up. That shit
bro.
is wild, right? Yeah.
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
And it's gonna blow your mind. You think it's like, oh, suspicious, spook. But I don't. Yeah,
And
but
he
once
said,
you hear about the shit, yeah, fuck.
that shit.
You both don't give a fuck. Yeah,
That's funny. That's funny because when you said
Pete sat on the mic and shit.
God damn. That's funny because after I had a couple of days after I had my leg amputated, I had a dream.
Oh, whoa, you had your leg
I was
amputated?
I was watching NCIS, and so I'm in the hospital. You know, just a marathon. I'm just watching it. So I had a dream that I was the third agent working with Gibbs, and on my first case, we went to this warehouse.
Oh, you was on a
right?
mission.
We on this first case, we went to this warehouse, and they told me to go this way. So I'm looking, and I found this big ass container with mad body parts in it.
Mad chips in
and
it?
so we going through it.
Looking for a
so,
leg.
so we go through it, and so we had to go arrest my doctor who amputated my leg because they were getting body parts, and my foot was in there. They were getting body parts and shit from people and selling them. Yo, son.
That's
Yo,
a crazy dream, bro. That's
Yo, word up.
Match the serial number from his discharge papers.
Yeah, nigga, that toenail look
No,
just
it was
like my
it was
toenail.
DNA. Like when you process, you have
Oh,
to
yeah, you
process all the
investigator,
DNA.
yeah, 'cause
I'm
you
the
had to-
investigator.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
a
So
wild
Ducky
dream,
called me
bro.
downstairs and was like, "Yo, we found your foot."
Hey,
What the
Ducky,
fuck you
check
mean
it.
you found my foot? He was like, "We identified
eBay,
your
nigga.
foot through DNA."
That's crazy.
Yo,
Take it,
these
put it in a
motherfuckers is
trophy
crazy.
case.
That's crazy.
Yo, I'm gonna switch the speed real quick, man. Because you guys are too fucking crazy, and we got to get on some health talks, man. Everybody, with the exception of Sir, is gaining age. So with age comes
You said
what?
health? I thought you was going to say, here we get our health shit. Everybody, for the exception of the nephew.
Well, age. With age,
You got nephew fucked up, nigga.
with age develops.
nephew
more
got
health.
nephew fucked up. Pork chop.
Excuse me, fellas.
Great. I'm sorry, go on, man.
With age develops health concerns. You know what I'm saying? And I really wanted to ask, because last week we talked about Quest and his
Hydrogen.
hydrogen bottle. I'm getting one. I'm getting some tabs. I told you I just ordered some Nero gum. And when it comes in, I'm going to bring it in and we'll all take it. It's sugar free too.
I got one. Shout out to Quest.
But so that's what I was going to do, is ask you, what has your experience been with your after you finish pouring up that hydrogen water?
That hydrogen liquor. Nah, but to be honest, I can't really tell, but like I think I just gotta get.
P, if you don't pour that last little sip in that man,
Damn,
P, you
Bro,
not
you
gonna
beat me
pour
to
that
it,
in
bro.
the cup.
You beat me to
we
it.
doing?
I was
Around
gonna-
here?
My
Look how
bad.
he did two
I
hands.
was gonna say the same thing, bro. I was gonna say the same shit.
Who
Like,
left that sip in the container?
yeah, bro. Like that's crazy. That's like the nigga that take the last sip of the little drink, but it's a little bit left,
leave
and you
that
put it
shit
in the
in there.
refrigerator, bro. Fuck out of here.
He poured it with two hands reverse backwards, too. That's skills.
I was gonna save it for later.
But yo, finish what y'all was saying. I want it real quick, but
Yeah.
he can talk too, Cap. He can talk about health. I mean, he young. He's starting out. That motherfucker be a superhero by the time. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, he been
Eating
beasting
right,
in the
Billy.
gym,
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
Jetta
yeah.
got him doing what he do, man. Like, it's beautiful to see our father and son connecting too,
can't
man.
wait for
Like,
my son to
That
get
was
to
funny
that
because I
health.
told
Keep that shit up.
I told Sir earlier that because he seen you guys in the gym, and I was like, I bet you thinking twice about talking back to your pops, huh?
yeah.
Yeah, make you think twice. It might choke the shit out of you.
His
And so
pops
you gotta
left.
understand.
No, his pops left the
Yeah,
other day and
'cause-
left him with me and Cap, and we got Sir fucked up off of that shit.
He was going in, yo.
yeah, he was
Chest
going
and
in.
triceps,
Yo,
and
you
that.
know what? The thing is, you're so thin, but you strong. That's
He
the
gonna bulk
crazy
up
part.
by
You're
muscle
gonna
quick.
fucking blow the fuck up, bro.
Stick with that.
And
shit,
Jetta, you're
son.
gonna have to keep doing it
You keep working out with us, bro.
because if Sir,
and you gonna,
yeah,
you gonna,
if he
you
stays
gonna, you gonna see
dedicated,
the results, bro. You're gonna see the results.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna see some results.
And your
I'ma be there,
cardiovascular.
I'm already
Ridiculous.
because after that
Yeah.
that week, I think Friday I did chest, and then I got a PR on it.
See what
I
I'm
think-
saying?
115 maybe.
Got
that's
him.
nice.
Jetta, he gonna be fucking you up.
You know what I think about? That's what I'm about to say, Cap. Listen, let me finish this. I just told him, Jetta, you're gonna have to continue. You're gonna have to continue to work out. He get that bug. He's 16. He's gonna go.
17,
There's gonna be a
17,
point. Listen to what 17.
Nah, Dad,
There's
you
gonna be
take
a
out the
point.
garbage.
Listen, exactly. There's gonna be a point where physically, the moon and the stars can't align perfectly enough because physically, he can destroy you.
Give me your car keys, bitch.
Yeah, bro. You're gonna have to constantly work out. You're gonna have to get bigger and stronger than him, nigga. Yeah.
Yo, Cap, can I get a ride to work?
Yep.
Nigga, you got 2 cars. What's up?
Or you gonna be in the kitchen cooking for that nigga unwillingly.
Dad, go make me a burger,
You
bitch.
doing it right now because you love him. Let that nigga. Yeah, I need some fries, nigga.
Yeah. And you know,
I think that shit
teenagers
gonna
are
be
savages, so he's just gonna be pulling that nigga dreads out.
That shit is far and few between.
No, he gonna be
man.
abusing him. He gonna come out, slap him back inside his head and shit.
Every nigga that's got a son's been through that.
Sir
Every
gonna have a record.
Boy, keep lifting, boy.
Sir gonna have a record for domestic violence.
I did my son dirty. The
And
first
it's all gonna
time-
be against his
I
dad.
think the beautiful thing, though, is that
did-
he has nothing but respect for his father.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Jetta loves his kids so much. Like, that's something we don't get to see that often as far as, like, firsthand.
Yeah.
I think it's beautiful, man. You're doing
Hell
a good
yeah,
job,
man.
Jetta. Sir, you're doing a great job.
Hell
Keep
yeah.
it up. We know you're not going to beat your dad up when you're able, but
I'll beat him up for you, cuz.
It's just a long time, but after,
yeah.
Like, nigga, I know,
Hey.
I know you got all that money for them
dirty,
taxes,
bruh.
nigga. You claim me, nigga.
the first time that nigga bowed up,
Y'all going
first
to
time he
jail.
bowed up, like, nigga, I got you. Put this nigga in the headlock, flipped him over, gave this nigga a noogie, bro. Like, get the fuck out of here, nigga. Who you
What's this,
talking
high
to?
school?
Yeah, this nigga's like
said-
17 years
Gave
old.
him a noogie.
Hold up, bring it back, Cat. What was you going on
my
about the
brother
health
gave
thing?
me
What
it.
was you going on?
Thank you, Quest. Thank you. So I want to play this video real quick that you put in the group about the hydrogen water bottle again, and then I actually want to get back to asking P again because there's a point to this. One, are you consuming more water?
Nope.
Go ahead, play that shit.
You can answer the question before I
I-
play the video. Just
I'm consuming probably the same amount.
Same
Probably, I
amount?
would say. I drink mad water though.
Yeah.
I don't drink soda. I don't drink juice. All I drink is
Water and liquor.
Yeah, well, do say in
mean-
water, nigga.
I don't drink that much liquor
Modelo.
until I come here, nigga.
It's a fact.
Shit, nigga, you got a shot.
he's lying like a motherfucker.
I
but
got some
it's
sugar-free
okay.
tea.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna play this video real quick.
Sugar-free foot.
So this is the OG Gary Brecker. This is Quest Guru. He put me on to this dude, and ever since I've been checking him out, the information he gives is just impeccable.
Human biologist.
Is there audio on it?
That's my joint.
Oh. Hey. Hey. I need an order.
Chug.
Damn, why you turn it off?
Nah, that's the
I
end of
thought
the
he
video.
paused it
Oh,
to see what the nigga
shit.
look like.
Nah, because the
Rocket.
segue is, P, how has the hydrogen water been affecting you? Or,
I can't really tell the benefits yet
yeah.
because it's only been less than a week. So, you know what I'm saying? Let me get my, you know what I mean, shit right for next week, and I'll let y'all check back in.
What are the
Up
benefits?
your dosage. You got to up your dosage.
By the
I'm
way,
gonna
the-
do that too.
By
yeah.
the way, the science is unconclusive.
What are the
The,
benefits?
the science is unconclusive. They say, you know what I mean, there's just been contradicting studies. So,
Yeah.
Just contradicting
but
studies
if
and
it work,
everything.
but if it works for me, I think that $40 is
Now, where'd you get yours
worth
from?
it. Amazon. Well, I got it for a birthday present. You know, my birthday was just Wednesday, so
What are you looking for to do?
I wanted to help definitely with inflammation because I suffer from back pain and all that shit.
Oh, okay.
So that's caused by inflammation. Also, I wanted to help with one of the key side effects from drinking this shit is the benefits is from recovery times when you're working out and shit. So I wanted to fuck with that, you know what I mean? But there's a lot of benefits that they say that they claim, and I'm just waiting on the results. But it's a little early right now, you know what I mean? It's like
I mean,
day 3, day 4. That's all you know what I mean? Had
yo,
this shit.
so I guess my question is just so we have two people in two different stages. So last week when Quest was saying it, he was on like the stage that you're on too, like day
And
3
he
or
already-
4,
he already
and
felt
he
it.
said that he felt the effects.
There was
So
a reason why though.
so that's what I was gonna say. So
Yeah, I
so
was
my
taken.
question to you, P, because of what he said, how he felt the effects in such a short time. If you're gonna do it, are you did it come with instructions
Yeah, so-
on what's the recommended dose?
Yeah, I
or-
got it right here. I put it in the group thing too, but it says for general health, basically 1 bottle to 2 bottles, like of the 16 ounce per day for general health. For recovery and performance, that's 2 to 4 bottles, 1 to 2 liters per day. All right, and then for therapeutic purposes, that means all the above, up to 3 liters a day. I started out with the 3 liters a day from the giddy.
See, I didn't. Yeah,
And
I
that's
was
3 of
doing-
them joints. 3
No,
of them.
9.
six.
Oh, 6.
So see, I was doing 1 pre-workout,
Uh-huh.
1 post workout.
Okay.
Because what I seen, the information that I seen, you know what I mean? I seen one that said do it before and after a workout. I didn't see the same one that you have. But so that's, you know what I mean? So it's almost.
I seen an interview of a breakdown of it. I put it in the group, but I'll put it in there again. The guy who did it, who like really like spearheaded it along with Gary Brucker, was saying how you're supposed to dose it. You're supposed to dose it, not like drink it sparingly throughout the day, but I see how you're doing it, like a pre and after workout. It's basically get it into your system so that it can go to work and start doing what it does with your biology. So that's why I do it, because I take supplements. So there's certain times where I know taking a supplement in a fasted state first thing in the morning, getting it in my system, I know I'm giving it time to link with my body to do what it do. So I take the maximum dose, I cut it in half instinctively, took it in the morning, shot it back, and then in the afternoon before I go to the gym, I take the other half, and I'm done for the day.
You know what I'm going to do now? I'm going to start waking up, and that's going to be the first water I drink.
Yeah, that's the first thing I consume.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
do.
I mean, and for my
Did you did I hear you guys say something about pill form? Is it been in pill form too, or
no
Tablets.
dissolvable
tabs? That's right.
Hydrogen
Okay,
tablets,
hydrogen
yeah.
tabs. Okay.
Yeah, yep. And from the thing that I noticed, I mean, outside of what I, noticed last week, it's still the same. But I used to have a real inflamed quad tendon here, and that shit is gone to the point where I was doing my jumps and all my other shit like, oh shit, that shit ain't there. I mean, the ankle pains from having a fractured ankle back in my teens, that shit gone.
I can't wait, man.
That shit gone,
All the shit that I
bro.
read was saying that it affects you at a cellular level. So,
Oh, my digestive system too. That
gut
shit
health
is
too.
golden.
Gut health. Like if your gut is fucked up,
Yeah, you fucked up.
You fucked
Yeah, I want to know. I guess I'm going to look into it and see how it affects your kidneys.
it cleans your kidney, helps to clean your kidneys and liver. Yeah,
And it's not one of them things where it's like man-made. It's hydrogen. It comes from water.
yeah,
Yeah, nah, I know.
what I'm saying?
I'm,
So it's
you know,
probably
like
got
I
so-
said,
yeah,
just
that shit
is-
for the older people in my family, kidney,
Yeah.
kidney stuff runs heavy in my family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean. I would just want to, before recommending it, 'cause I'm gonna
why
try it
I
too.
was telling Quest I always have to read in depth before I put shit in my body because of the medication that I take. There was a point in time when I didn't pay attention to that until I fucked up and took some shit I wasn't supposed to take. That's why I be going so deep on the research and shit. Because
you
I
got
actually,
to.
Yeah, you have to. But even something like that, like that's like natural, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when I seen you do it in the bottle, it's like what makes it so hydrogen full? Because it's like you're pumping something from the bottle of the bottom of the to activate that hydrogen in the water. So I'm thinking maybe it's like a puff of air, something that spins fast
There's
enough.
a
There's some type of or
Some kind
it's
of
an electric
contract.
process in the bottom of it that creates the hydrogen.
okay.
Yeah.
To the point that it's temporary and like we were saying earlier.
What was
it
the
only-
word that I couldn't pronounce?
Electrolysis.
Yeah.
It only
Electrolysis.
lasts for 30 minutes. So yeah, electrolysis.
Okay. All right.
So
all
if
right,
you
all
don't
right,
take it after that, if you take it after the 30 minutes, not to say it won't be effective, but that's
It's
not
not
the
at
most
its peak.
effective. Yeah.
That's it. Okay, I got it.
Like you can see your water get fogged up full of the
Yeah, I see that's in the video.
I was telling Quest Cap earlier
Does it taste
that
different?
mine
a little
has an oxygen like a tube, so I can plug mine in like to my nose and breathe.
Oh,
the
you know what's
hydrogen.
crazy? They were saying that the inhalation has major benefits to it.
So I should use that.
I would use
instead.
it. Yeah. I mean, use them both
If you
because
think about it, the soft tissue, it
I
probably
didn't know that shit, like, but you know what I mean.
the dude Gary Brecker that he researches and follows. That's where I got the information.
you say
from.
his name
Then
again?
Gary Brecker.
Brecker.
And then I followed the studies that he had linked on his video. He was saying that he has people that he bathe in it, they inhale it, and they drink it. So
John Jones.
yeah, it was
fighter.
John Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's crazy.
that's dope.
John
man.
Jones, shout out to 607.
I got the tubes for it, but you know what I mean. The instructions on mine was trash, so I didn't
Use
really,
that shit.
Up your dosage, fam. Up your
I
dosage.
am.
were the
I am,
instructions
for
trash
sure.
or were they in non-English?
They were just one layer,
Oh, small writing.
One layer.
It's like they took a stamp and stamped that bitch, right?
one language on one end on the front, and then another language on the back, and then on the front end, and they explain shit, nigga. That shit was like
Is put it in your nose and press the button.
trash. I'm
Yo,
like, there ain't no
I can't wait though, man.
Straight from China.
I'm excited about that shit just because it was saying too, it was like the more active you are, the more beneficial it is. Like if you're sedentary, it might have benefits, but not half as much as somebody that's active because you're tapping into your energy sources, your ATP, which is what drives the cells.
Yep.
It taps directly into that. So if you're active, that shit is gonna give you a boost.
Man, can you imagine if you like just top tier peak up level on like a cellular level? Your shit is just running top notch and your muscles is popping.
That's
like
why
Bruce
when
Lee.
Quest came in, he was like,
quick
I
and
feel
firm.
it.
Yeah.
I know what's going on. You're dialed in with your body.
Yes,
You know
very
what makes you
much so.
tired, fatigued. You know what your issues are.
Yep.
And you know what was there and what
Yep.
disappeared. That's why
Yep.
I'm excited about
Yep.
that shit, man.
That
All of
energy.
that shit.
Can you have you ever been like around this close to like a true athlete, like a major league athlete or something? You know what I'm saying?
Not myself.
It's weird because we took the kids to the Harlem Globetrotters. We got a chance like to see like they weren't too close, but you can tell like this motherfucker's an athlete.
Yeah.
Like this is what he does. Like
Yeah,
he
I've been when I
eats,
hoop.
breathe, the whole energy is like
hell yeah.
Train day in,
day
day
in,
out.
day out.
played-
Regardless of what you do, it's like damn. It's like you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I've been
I-
next to it.
I played ball with niggas that went to the NFL. Same line. We was on the same D line, the same O line.
That's gangster.
Davin Joseph.
Nice.
Was
Some
second
niggas
round
had
draft
that
pick.
shit in them.
You just got to have to drive that.
You gotta,
that.
they have that in them and
Great
combined
wrestler,
with
by
the
the way,
DNA
too.
as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The genetics makes a big fucking difference too, man. Some people
Some niggas
genetically
just
are-
got it.
Yeah.
And, yo, you know what's
matter
crazy?
of fact, I wanted to I told my go ahead, P. I'm a
Now I was just gonna say,
go ahead, D bro.
I was gonna say,
Half a
like, you know
Negro
what's
or-
crazy is almost like our genetics. Is it almost like a predetermination of what we're gonna be, in
Or
some
what you
type
can
of form?
accomplish. Not what you're going to be,
Potential.
but what you can
Potential.
get to.
Potential is the word.
Yeah,
Because if
that's-
you don't
that's
tap
what I mean.
into
Yeah,
it-
yeah.
Everybody's born with a gift. Everybody's born with something they're like extremely good at that they do with no thinking, no whatever.
I was telling my kids, I have been telling my kids for years, like, genetically we're blessed. I know that for a fact.
We was just talking about that.
Yeah. So I've been trying to encourage them and to stay focused on their just their workout regimens, their health. For Christmas, I made sure I got them all blenders that they can take with them, throw your whatever in it, and you know they're all using them, right? So with Deshaun, my oldest, he would work out here and there. He always played ball, but he didn't allow working out to become a regular part of his regimen day to day. So I would be on him the most. Even Juliet, she works out. She gets on the treadmill. She lifts weights. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Tone, you know he be beasting. He's obsessive like I am. Deshaun was the one that I was like, damn, you need your vitamin D check. You know, just trying to get him more into it. So as of the last couple months, probably 3 to 6 months, he's been going to the gym regularly. And the other day he gave me this video because like months ago he was like, I want to learn how to do a muscle up. I was like, well, I struggle with the muscle ups, so you on your own with that. So he's been, I can do it. I don't know what it is.
Did he do it?
But
Did he?
I seen it.
Nah, I
What-
want to
Talk about this video.
Let's
Yeah, I
play
wanna-
the video.
What's the muscle up?
I'm gonna show you. He sent me a video. We
Who
actually,
talking about Deshaun?
yeah.
Yeah, he posted it on
posted it, yeah.
That shit
from
was
the park.
dope.
But I told him, I said, I'm fucking proud of you, man.
He
'cause,
did it.
like,
Dope.
Yeah, bro.
That's dope.
and- where is it? Was it on my? Oh, here we go.
Oh shit!
Jed, are
make
we
sure.
good on the TV? It looks like it's oh, it's on. Oh shit! Let me hurry up before one of my other videos get in there.
Yeah.
Rubbing baby all on his.
Oh, he got up? Okay.
Yeah, that's like yeah, hell yeah.
He did like 9 of them motherfuckers.
That's
Get it.
dope.
Damn.
Go ahead.
Proud Papa. I ain't gonna lie, man.
Yeah.
And
Why does
he's
it look
not-
like Hawthorne Court?
And he's keeping the tension on his fucking muscle,
Yeah,
his
he doing
bicep.
that
That's
thing.
ridiculous.
Get it.
You know how fatiguing that shit is to do
yeah.
one or two?
Niggas just
But he's keeping tension on his bicep. He's not.
Yeah,
He's
he is. Yeah, he put.
look.
getting
He's
good
holding
money.
himself up and then doing it. That's
Good
crazy
money.
as fuck.
Good money.
That's literally
Hell
like
yeah.
a vertical
The
push-up.
crazy thing is, this is the beginning of this for him. Like, he literally taught himself how to do it in a short period of time. You know what I mean?
Pretty soon he gonna be doing these right
So,
here.
yeah, he's gonna be like flying over the shit. Sometimes I get home, he be out back on the pull-up station or the dip station in our backyard or lifting
going
weight.
in.
Yeah, he just
Good
Be a
job,
bar master.
man.
talking about, man.
That's
Proud
Remember
of
the
him,
bar
man.
masters? You
Hey,
was
yo,
a bar master.
That video made me
Fucking proud.
The video made me think of something. A question for Quest.
Proud Papa.
That's dope shit.
Have you? So the way you work on your body now, knowing you for a long time, I know it wasn't the exact same forever. Do you think that if you were doing what you do now for your body and still hooping, do you think you could have like D2, D1, made the league type shit? Like do you?
I mean, the way I really didn't even learn how to work on my body
Until
to this.
now.
Nah, before then. Like, when I was like 22, I was flying.
Yeah.
Like, I was flying. I was light. I was strong. I was explosive. I was injury free. But I really didn't learn how to work out and like to this degree until I was about 27 ish, because I really was just worried about jumping high. It was just I was really just doing minimal upper body
That
work.
was the obsession. Like, I need to get up.
I need to get up, so I was
That
doing
vertical.
the
What's your
squats.
vertical look like? Remember when you used to go to the park and you'd be like, what's your vertical look like?
Yeah, you know what
So
I'm saying?
Backboard
but
touching.
the
and
question, like, if you knew what you knew now, do you think you would
Oh
be
yeah,
able to?
anybody. Yeah, it would have been
like,
crazy
Like,
if
do you
I'd
think
have
you'd
knew
be
this
able
in
to hit
high
the league
school.
type shit?
If I was in high school and learned what I know now, like even from the standpoint of just from a conditioning standpoint, if my coach would have said, "Hey, I know you're really obsessed with Michael Jordan. This is what this is for. This is so you can do X, Y, and Z for a long period of time. So this isn't punishment. This is to get you ready so that you're bulletproof out there." I never got that. I never got that
It's
education.
crazy.
You know what's funny?
It's
They
crazy.
don't do that in high school sports either.
No,
because
they won't.
In Florida,
one,
in Florida, they do.
Liability.
One, I was gonna say one. If they push you too hard, there's a risk that they'll be held accountable and get in trouble for any small thing that happens that isn't just like procedural training skills. Let's go, because the way he's training now isn't like a high school student would train, or even a younger kid. They train more textbook. Now the shit he's doing is like, I decided I want to live forever.
Right.
So I have the ability to push myself in a way that nobody else has ever pushed me.
Yeah.
It reminded me, I don't know why I thought about this, because you said where you train now, and you said, oh, if my coach, I wish my coach would have said. I don't know why I was thinking, but I think a lot of us would be a lot further, even a little. I'm blessed, I can't lie. But I think I'll be a lot further off, or maybe a little better off, if my father was there.
Yeah.
Me too.
To give
Son,
that male, you know what I'm
Son,
saying?
you're
That's what I'm saying.
absolutely
You said when you
right.
said I wish my coach. That's like I think it. You know what I'm saying?
That's our number one coach.
And so
is
like
our
you're
dad.
training now. Yeah, you're training now. Like you got a father that's trying to push his kid to the NBA.
Yeah, and I was able to do that, like not to push my kids to heights,
yeah,
but I can
yeah.
teach them how to take care of their
So
bodies.
you can live longer.
So you can live longer,
Right.
be strong, be what I'm saying, explosive and confident in your meat suit.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they need to see it. The kids need to see it,
Yeah.
because it's like,
Yeah.
when my kids come in the house, they see all my supplements lined up. They know
yeah.
how I eat. They know that I overdo the water.
Yeah, bro.
And from their perspective, like, okay, you might drink a little bit of water throughout the day, but I'm telling you, you need to double that shit. You see
Triple that
everything.
motherfucker,
Yeah.
The seed is sold, bro.
It's more important than rather than telling somebody,
They have
rather
to
than,
see
it.
rather than you show them by
Yeah.
your experiences, by
Like I
living
said,
with
seed
them.
is sold.
And when you see them, when you
Yeah.
see your parents doing
Yeah.
what needs to be done,
Yeah.
rather than just telling them. Because if you telling
So-
them one thing and
Yeah.
you doing
Just
another
like
thing,
Case
they
in point,
gonna
well, like
go
you
with
said
the-
with
they trying to
Deshaun.
hear that
what,
shit.
Yep.
what you
Marsh.
doing? What
Yep.
you doing?
Case in
I'm
point.
gonna do what
Marsh.
you doing, nigga.
Yeah.
Marshall.
You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
tell the nigga to stay in school all day,
Yep.
but you out here doing some other shit. Them
Yeah.
niggas gonna want you to do some
You
other
doing
shit.
it, why can't I
you
do
know
it?
what I mean?
Word
To
up,
your
man.
point, is it more mental or is it physical? Because
What do you mean?
so my
What
pops
part?
not being there, I had my grandfather, great role model. Like nobody I love more. But mentally, I was like, why the fuck my dad don't want to be here? You know what I mean?
yeah,
So
I think
do you think it's more
physical-
mental or is it
Mental all day.
okay?
Mental all day. I mean, I've seen every once in a while, but I think it's mental all day. All day.
Shit,
And I was
there
going
ain't
to say,
nothing-
like, even with Cat, I was saying the seed is sold. They see you doing this. I said it a minute ago in the early podcast. Like, your kids watch it regardless of how old they are. And you said to Sean, or he would go like sporadically this and this.
Yeah.
Now he's on it.
Yeah.
It just takes a little bit longer. Like I think you age into, even now, I think it was the other day I was doing something and I sat down, I'm thinking, I don't normally do this, but I'm cool with this.
Yeah.
And I was chilling. I thought, oh shit, I just aged into this shit. I'm all right. You know what I mean? And once they get older, that's just what it is. Like I said with Delmar, they see me love their mom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Your kids see you love your wife. They see you cleaning the kitchen.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna clean my kitchen too. They see dad taking chores. Like, it's just not on mom. You know what I'm saying? They watch that shit. And like you said, if you out there like an
for
asshole,
some reason that cleaning the room shit just don't stick though.
I know. It is.
Nah,
We was talking about this shit the other day. I swear to God. Matter of fact, today, Delmar from his inhaler, his toothbrush, his hats, his room, pristine. Everything's in order. Sanaa, she's a scum bucket. I love my
crazy,
daughter.
right?
That's
bro.
That's my dog. Did she tell you
I
I
go
be-
in Sanaa's room. Everything.
Did
I
she
said,
tell you I
"Sanaa,
visit
what's
her class
this?"
every week?
She told me today. I seen Germany. He's there all the time. She got a project in this. I said, Sanaa, what is this mess? No, Dad, it's not a mess. You see this? This goes here. That's a project. I get back to it. There's
Like,
a project
I
over here.
feel
A
you,
project.
but
can hear
when
her
I
saying
walk
that
in this
shit, too.
motherfucker,
Bro.
man, this shit be looking crazy.
Come in Delmar's room and touch his remote. He'll lose it. Nigga. He'll go to the door like, he'll ask you if he could cuss. What the fuck are you doing?
Yo,
Does this belong to you? You see, it was right there. Wasn't nobody touching it. It wasn't bothering nobody. You didn't ask me if you could touch it, and it's mine. Yeah, he's not with the shits. Not with the
I think
shits.
this is a good segue into the importance of father figures being in kids' lives. Like,
Oh, he asked me too. Can y'all shout out Delmar, please? Cause Del, we Del.
One
Cause
hand and
he
murder.
been, yeah, he wanted to come to the
One
podcast,
hand
and I
and
keep
you gonna
telling
bring
him
them through sometime?
Yeah, one of these days. We got to probably make it quick. I'll
Maybe
probably
we
have her bring them through because school's
Yeah.
on Monday. You know what I mean?
If we do a
think-
Friday, if we do
I think we
a
should start-
we should do a Father's Day pod and try to see if we can bring one of our
that'd be
kids
dope,
with us.
Shout out to
So-
Del. He fuck with my son too.
Yeah, Del Mason cool.
and Del is
They'll
tight,
always
you
talking
know?
about
Word
Mason.
up, they
They'll always
tight.
talking about Mason.
This is
I
what
think
I've
that-
this is what I've been
Oh, bad,
thinking
go ahead.
lately. We need to start pumping out more content. We have so much more shit to talk about, right? Even if we came in for a good 30, 40 minutes, I was telling Jetta the other day, me and P talked about it, doing like reaction shit too. P has like a serious heavy political position that he takes. So you can come in for 30 minutes once a week at your convenience. We film it real quick, even if it's just you and one other person or just you reacting to certain things. I'm going to do the same thing. Me and Marshall, we talked about
Yeah,
that
shit'd be
years
dope.
before we ever started any of this shit.
Yeah.
Hoodie,
Almost like
You
a
been was
confession
supposed to,
room,
like-
but you do your shit. Yeah.
start
Yeah, cooking
interviewing
up
people.
conversation.
Yeah. Why not get it done?
Y'all can do it mindful exchange shorts or mindful exchange mini cast.
It
We
just
could
be
even
a-
start shooting on the street, to be honest with you.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
Especially
That's
with
what
that,
we,
I'm
that's
telling you
what
with
we were
that
supposed to
political
start
shit.
doing, Marshall.
Yo,
We're
you
supposed to start
stepping on the
doing
thing.
that
Somebody
in the
stepping
beginning.
on it.
Yeah, yeah.
Remember all
Yeah.
the shit we was just
Yeah.
chopping
You got your
up
feet
and
wrapped
I
up
still
in
got
it.
all the
And like-
notes in my phone.
Yeah, that'd be dope. Yeah, P, you can do a political segment. A Hoodie, you do a sports segment. You know what I mean?
That nigga
And
don't
then
know nothing about
he can
sports,
do the
bro.
fat facts. You know what I mean? We do the bull. That could be the funny segment. Here goes,
and,
you know what I'm
and then
saying?
you just
And you might get most
yeah,
of them.
and you just do the knees.
Sir, did
you
you,
can
talk
do-
to the kids about
Health segment. He could
potentially getting a pod down here, or they bullshitting or what? You know,
Actually,
They bullshit.
he talked to me
Yeah.
Interview
at the game. He told me no, it was Friday. He told me about how he was gonna do it Saturday, but he
Yeah.
forgot we had a game that day, so he
Yeah.
couldn't
Yo,
come down.
so-
Are these your
Me-
teammates?
Get some topics.
One of 'em is,
and
yeah.
interview your teammates on the topics that we're gonna discuss.
Or why don't you just get a few teammates
get
and
the
y'all
few-
talk soccer?
So look, check this out. So what me and Jetta discussed is, Sir has free reign to do whatever the fuck he wants here.
Yeah.
Like we won't even be here. It's him coming in here,
That'd be dope.
building his own whatever he wants, and we'll see where it goes. You know what I mean? Because the interns I had last, one of them knew Sir, and he was
Yeah,
like,
how did- yeah.
when he walked in here, he was like, "Oh, so this is where the Mindful Exchange podcast is." I was like, "Yeah,
Oh,
like,"
hell yeah.
and then it got into something else. But I just feel like we got so much.
That
shit
must
to
have been a
deliver.
dope feeling for him too.
It was, and it was for myself as well.
Yeah, you
And
too,
He was a
obviously,
good
yeah.
kid. He was a good kid, but I didn't want to create the situation where it was like, okay, me and you will do something because
Yeah.
you have to step your shit up, sir. You are the next generation. You are what the future looks like. You have every resources you need. You know what the fuck you doing.
I was just about to say that about the resources.
Yeah.
Like that's like, I've never had access to what you have access to. and that's never happened.
Word.
Yeah, growing
Brand
up,
new
none of that
was
shit.
the access.
Yeah.
So
Sir gonna fuck around and
And
blow
we couldn't
up.
even touch
He
shit.
gonna fuck around, blow up, get 1 million views,
I
and
didn't have a
we gonna be working for him. Plug that mic in, nigga. This is my building.
So that's why it's
Cap, I don't
important.
care if your back hurt. Carry that shit.
That's why it's important him to come up with his own ideas and his
Yeah.
own.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
His generation
Yeah.
of what inspires him.
Yeah.
To, you know what I mean? His
You and
own
your
ideas
friends, yeah.
rather than us influence him. Like, you should do this.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah,
what
talk
I mean?
about what you like, what you
Let
like,
these young niggas do what
you
they
know
do.
Let
about.
them do what
Yeah.
they do, man. Because we learn so much from them if we are willing to learn from them, and that's what I learned the hard way, man.
It's also probably like a demographic thing. Like
Yeah.
who knows what our audience is? Like I don't know. I don't talk to everybody, but maybe we're lacking in the 18 to or the 16 to 25 shit.
So
you know?
is he? Oh, you are that. So you say you're 17.
Yeah.
Julian's about to be 17. So you
That's
are
what I'm
that
saying.
generation to
Yeah.
where they be doing them dances and shit, right?
On the TikTok.
Oh,
shit.
by the way, I outdanced any nigga in this room.
Don't try me, bro.
You do not want that work,
Nah, 4th grade me would have
Sir.
cooked you.
bro. You do not.
Y'all try
That work.
Oh, we about to have a
Nah,
we
listen.
about to have a dance off one time,
No,
just like
there-
we had Cap
there's
and
already-
nephew with the
The leg press.
the leg press.
And
We're gonna
nephew
have a
prevailed, right?
That's what I'm
sir.
saying. You see how big that
Hey.
nigga knees is?
Listen,
Everybody,
there's already a
so
video
it's-
out of me on
He's not
YouTube of a dance battle I had in 4th grade.
Sir,
I'm not even joking.
sir,
People
you're
were
not
ready.
ready,
Gambling on
bruh.
us.
You don't want none
They
of
threw
this.
snacks,
I'm telling
money.
you, bro.
He says snacks.
I'm not joking. There was quarters.
Can we pull this video up before we go?
dollars. Oh, you're not finding it. There's no way.
What's
All
the
right,
name?
I
of it?
can't even find
All
it.
right, so far, sir, when it gets a little warmer out, me and you
Why is
have
it- Oh,
to
yeah,
race.
I got a
we
race
got a
in
race
it.
out front.
I'm finna cook this nigga.
I almost smoked my son too.
I heard you lost by a lot.
A lot.
He was wearing jeans.
I heard you lost by a
Hold
lot.
up, no.
And I heard there was a bunch of excuses.
Somebody, hold
and-
up. Somebody lied to you.
My bad,
Literally,
okay, I
if
just-
somebody said I lost by a lot, I'll keep it real and said it was super close. Like it wasn't nothing. It wasn't like he smoked me. He barely got me.
Who you talking
know
about,
what I'm
Tone?
saying? Tone, yeah.
No, you talking about the night he had the Cheerio Crocs on?
Yeah, that night.
He put them things in
Somebody
sports
lied. I'm
mode.
glad I'm back.
Yeah.
I'd
That's
have
the
been.
reason he.
Yo, I didn't
I'd
know
have
they
been-
really had
yo.
a sports mode.
I
Like,
would've
Yeah,
liked trying to
okay.
kick the TV
Okay,
off the
so
stage.
That's
when,
when you
when they're
wish
in
you
the
snapped the
front,
back.
that's the comfort mode.
Yeah.
And then when they're behind your like
On
back
your
here,
heel.
I thought it was just
That's
people
sports
saying
mode.
that shit for the
Can-
fun of it.
Can I
Like,
explain? Can I explain something to y'all real quick? Everything Cap said was a lie.
I got the video, bro.
Damn.
You got the video from me because I recorded it.
I can play the video right now, though. I
Let's
still
go.
have the video.
Please, let's go.
So play the video. Then.
Cat got
Silence,
smoke.
silence, silence.
Oh, I gotta
My
search. I
minions.
gotta search for it. Keep talking while I search.
Silence.
Hold on.
Cat got smoke.
It wasn't a smoke
Nah, Cap
session.
didn't get smoked.
I
I'm
didn't
asking.
get smoked,
So
bro.
can I tell y'all what it was?
So
Can I tell
Cap
you?
raced in jeans. His son had Crocs
Crocs
on.
on.
Cheerio Crocs.
so it was
like-
kind of
So,
like an even.
It was an even disadvantage.
what's
No, it
Cheerio
wasn't an
Crocs?
even disadvantage.
So it was a
they're
honey
just-
nut
they're
ass
just
whooping.
Crocs.
Honey Nut Cheerios. Just
Yeah,
like
it was
Cheerio
a honey
Crocs.
nut ass
Yeah.
whooping.
Cheerio Crocs. You know,
It was
you
an
got Oreo
even
Crocs,
disadvantage.
Cheerio Crocs.
Cap had jeans on. He had Crocs
Yeah,
on.
they motherfucking Cheerios.
What
dog.
if they
yeah.
was chocolate?
Hold up.
fucking
The whole
Pebbles
point is this,
Crocs?
though.
It's fair.
At 43, 44, 42, racing a 18, 19-year-old athlete in his prime. If
You
it's-
held your
if-
own.
If it's better than holding your own, it was a race.
Y'all gotta see the video.
How many of you niggas can go out there and do that with that same athlete?
Y'all gotta see
I'm
the
proud
video.
of that. I don't
In
give
a
a
race,
fuck.
no, I can't.
gotta
I can't.
be.
But
Y'all
catch
gotta
me
see
on
the
the
video.
softball
Depends on
field.
the athlete.
I'm dominant on the softball field. So
Back. My
We
neck
need to
and
see
my
the
back.
video.
Softball, slow pitch or fast pitch.
both. Come on, you already know.
You look like
That's
a
my
softball
sport.
catcher.
That's my sport.
That nigga got softball catcher
No
knees.
Diddy.
You look like Ash Ketchum.
Hey, wait, what's that supposed to
He
mean?
do like
I
one of
catch.
them- he do-
I think
No,
he
I'm talking about
wanted
the
the Diddy.
softball. Them, you know them white
I
girls
know,
that
but
play softball
he
and they
said a
catchers. All of them got big
softball.
calves.
Yo, random question.
Nigga run the
Random
bases
question.
like a motherfucker.
But real quick,
This
if I
nigga's
could
a
get
quick base
everybody,
runner. He can stand up and throw the ball to second base within a half a second.
it's a fact.
Because he only
'Cause his
stands up
calves.
2 inches.
His
It's a
calves.
fact. It's not my cousin. My calf.
His calf so big he'll stand up sometimes and hop.
Just off GP.
Big ass calf ass nigga.
I just stand up and just.
And hop. Neighbors be pissed off. Why the fuck you keep? I just stood up. They got evicted because he keep standing up.
That shit was funny as fuck. That shit was funny. Random question, bro. If real quick.
It's not real quick. Spit the question out.
Shut the fuck up, nigga.
We're still waiting for the
Favorite
question.
female rap song of all time.
What?
Favorite.
Who you talking
I
to?
don't know.
Everybody. Favorite female rap
You
song
just
of all
lost
time.
one. The diss song against Wyclef. That was a Wyclef diss song.
She wasn't rapping. She was singing though. No, she was singing.
No,
she was
no, she
singing
rapping.
and rapping. Yeah.
I didn't say this song.
No, I'm
she
just
was,
saying
she was.
you just lost one by Lauryn Hill. That's my song.
It is a dope song.
And it is a diss song against
Okay.
Wyclef.
Gotcha. All right. Cap, you got one?
I have to think about it for a second.
I wouldn't say favorite. I'd like
Who, you
I'd
got
like
one?
Foxy Brown's flow back in the day. I used to like they flow. It's not really. I mean,
That I be here. That's my. That's
Off,
my.
off
that's
top,
that's my
I'm-
number 2.
Off top, MC Light kicked this one for me and my DJ.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Her
fire.
flow
too.
was sick too. Her flow was dope.
Super dope.
P, you got one?
Peace out. Fuck them bitches. I only listen to
Be like
Jay-Z.
Blondie. Be like Blondie. Be like Blondie.
Bahamadia.
Bahamadia.
Oh,
She was dope.
Yeah, she was hard.
Bahamadia has some verses.
Yeah, she had bars.
That album was fire, bro.
All them other bitches though. Nah,
I was gonna ask you, sir, but you purchased like what, like Glorilla or something?
Nah, he gonna say.
No.
Yeah,
no.
Glow.
Nah, he gonna say, what's that white girl
Listen,
name for Australia?
she got good
Yeah,
music, but
Glow.
she's not that. She's not top. There's no way.
Iggy. Yeah, Iggy.
I would say mine.
Iggy. Yeah.
Iggy. Yeah, Iggy's Azalea.
Iggy Azalea.
Yeah.
Mine is
Hips. We call it hips.
UNITY, Queen Latifah.
UNITY.
That beat is crazy.
That nigga wakes up every morning and says that shit.
He was trying to get his knees to touch.
I
Knees
know
ain't
you're not
touched.
talking
That
about
nigga knees
knees.
ain't touched in 15
No,
years.
you're not talking about knees. Pull
That
them
nigga
Adidas shorts a
that
little bit
nigga
up.
knees won't touch. His
Pull
shit
them
won't
Adidas
touch in
shorts a little
15
bit up,
years.
nigga.
Nigga, UNITY.
That nigga got Chinese Basketball Association knees.
That nigga been trying to get his knees to kiss for a long time.
Yeah, I can't front. That was a little funny.
That nigga knees look like if you look in the pot and you see ham hocks in the greens. Who put these knees in this pot? Nephew
That
knees.
shit is funny. I gotta give you one. Come on, Mark.
That nigga said, "Who put these knees in the pot?"
Fuck out of here.
Damn. Damn.
Did y'all get him hopping? Did you get him hopping on camera when he stood up?
That nigga hot.
That nigga hop. They keep
P,
getting
don't start.
evicted.
But damn, so March come back now. Y'all tag teaming?
Nah,
That's what we doing?
Nah,
That shit was funny.
That's what we doing?
Yo,
Y'all the new tag team? Y'all the new Harlem Heat?
Can I ask y'all a question?
No, the new
Can I ask y'all a question since I've been on my hiatus? You know, I watch every once in a while when I got time. What's the y'all still ain't got no time limit established?
Oh shit! Yo, you stupid, bro.
Episode 22, 17 hours long.
we
Episode
go till we
33,
done,
15 minutes.
I mean, we just go till it's done sometimes.
That's done.
That's what's up.
I mean, you know, the hard part is like we can't have a time limit. You know, sometimes we do have a time limit, but when we don't have a
But
time limit,
sometimes it'd be interesting.
Yeah.
It'd be meaty. It's like, yeah, okay, yeah, go. And then it stopped. Be like, damn, it should have went a little longer. And sometimes like, what the fuck did that nigga just say? Ain't nobody gonna say nothing to this nigga. Yeah,
And,
that's how it be.
and if niggas
That's how
got
it
a time
goes. Especially
limit,
niggas is drinking and shit too. Nigga.
Hell yeah, you
they,
get
Hey, watch that.
eyes get glossy
I
and
was gonna say,
lazy.
plus, if niggas had a time limit, like they're free to go. You know what I mean? Like when Pooh's
everything
got some
should be
shit to do, then nigga dip.
But why we
I
gotta
got
be
something to
hostage?
do,
Though? Why we
we
gotta be
dip.
held hostage?
you don't. If you gotta
You
go,
don't,
you can
gotta
go.
go. You gotta go.
Just get up and leave.
No, I'm nervous because last time I do it, Cap said, if you leave, and I heard click, and I looked down, he got a knife in his hand.
That's because you got Amistad knees, nigga.
Chill, son.
Hold the mic up.
You got
not working.
you got calluses on your knee.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Y'all ain't got no video?
I
Are you
missed
talking about
I
the
know
He literally he said.
I
He said,
missed
close the
that.
doors. Close the door.
doors.
Yo, I
Y'all
saw-
ain't got no video?
Yeah,
man?
we do. We got the video.
Y'all ain't going nowhere but to the restaurant.
Yeah,
I
ain't
missed
seen
that. That's
He
crazy.
said, we want you to sow a seed.
I love the videos on TikTok that are showing like
He raised what?
if he would have held it.
40,000?
Yeah, he said 40,000.
If everybody can give a $20, what, $20, $40 bill.
He left him in
$20
there
bill.
until they gave it.
So
He
basically,
locked
he
the
was like,
doors.
"Yeah, I want to sow a seed." And he was talking. He was like, "No." He said, "Close the door. Close the doors. Y'all ain't going nowhere but
said-
to the restaurant."
No, because there's
know what I'm
1,000
saying?
people in the church, and then there was 1,000 people online.
Online, yeah. And he asked
So
everybody
that's 2,000 people.
for
They would need
$20 a piece or 40.
Yeah.
20.
yeah, like
20,
20.
20
yeah,
bucks.
20,
It's-
20.
it's-
Everybody sow a seed.
It's simple
That is
math.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
everyone
Sapp.
throwing.
Nigga, you still in school.
Marvin Sapp. That was who the.
I don't have. Listen.
Pastor
I'm
Marvin
not
Sapp.
saying this
Is he
is
a
like
pastor?
an excuse, but I don't do math anymore
Hey,
because BOCES does that for me. They give me a credit for it.
Can't plug it in.
Man, he said
I get a
Bosa
credit
do
for-
that
you already
for-
passed all your
You hear
math
that shit,
classes.
Quest?
I don't have to take no more regents.
He said, I don't do math no more. BOCES does it for me.
BOCES gives me a credit
Credit for math.
for math, science, and English
For what?
for my
going to
normal
BOCES.
school.
They
So
they just give it to you.
yeah, so then what it is
Lucky
I'll go to
motherfuckers.
BOCES next year. All I got to do is social studies, and then I'm good.
Nigga, when I went to school, we had to take 4
You see how they
years
did
of
us? You
math,
see how the
bro.
fuck they did us, bro?
It makes sense though, because audio media is good for social, and we still have
It
like
does.
English and science class.
See, they broke it down to where you can do these classes and get the math in these classes.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of shit in school that we don't really need or use in life.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I
be
think
honest.
home
Social
ec-
studies, I don't.
Home
see.
ec, math class, biology, very important.
Yeah.
English, your people teach you how to talk, motherfucker.
And there's so
I
much
mean, obviously, I learn how to
slang
read and write
nowadays.
and shit.
Yeah,
I mean,
communicate.
But the part,
But also
I
with
think
the
they need to
slang
have
nowadays.
like checking, banking classes in school.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's part. That's
makes
supposed to be a
sense.
part of home
life.
ec.
Yeah, part of life. Home ec. I mean,
Like, learn how to send a fucking email instead of how to bake a cake.
But then again, English too.
Yeah.
There's so much slang nowadays. It just cuts it out. Like you
Yeah,
don't
but-
really go up to someone and they say like
should
a
be- there
huge
should be-
But if
word.
you're sending
There
a
should
corporate
be- there
email,
should
you're
be
not
a-
going to be like, hey, what's up, my nigga? Like,
But I
you're
mean,
not-
you know, that's a part of the English too, is understanding that in the business world, we can talk like we're talking right now, but
It's just not
you know, when you go to
professional.
work and you know you have to write an email to
There
your
should be a
boss,
fiscal-
you need it. You need to be able to communicate
There should
yourself
be
in
a
a.
fiscal.
English was my number one.
There should be a fiscal responsibility, like type of course starting in the 6th grade at least. Some type of fiscal to teach a kid
Once they
about
Some type
credit.
of what?
You don't
once
have
they
to
do in there,
fiscal.
add them
Fiscal.
Financial.
add
Financial.
subscriptions.
You
About-
literally could have
You
just
know
said
how to add them
how to
scrap.
manage your money class. But,
About
I mean, he
credit.
wanted to use the big word.
They don't want that though.
He wanted to use the big
about
word.
credit.
Because they don't want you getting rich. They don't want you getting rich. They want you to work for all your life. They don't want you to
about
learn.
the stock market,
grow
about
money.
IRAs,
It's not gonna happen.
about
Nobody
about,
teaches you about credit.
That's where you
and
step in
that's
as a parent.
crazy.
about compound
teach-
interest.
Actually,
Teach you.
Come on, bro.
my after school club that I'm in, they bring people in and they'll different workforces and all that.
Specialty
Learn about
club.
that.
But there's a lady that comes in and she works banking.
Oh, that's
Learn
dope.
about
So she taught us about credit, like buying a house, mortgage,
seen
rent,
that.
the difference between them.
That's
Like
insane.
That's the type of stuff they should have had at New Day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When we was hooping and I was killing niggas.
Hell yeah. Look.
They should have had some shit
they get
like
dunked
that.
on. The teacher's like, you should try this profession.
Man.
Dunking on
Like-
niggas on wheelchairs
Like,
and shit.
growing up, we didn't have that class you
put
was
it in
talking
the group
about.
chat.
So
Yeah, they gave a scholarship for like sports.
we didn't have none of that shit
Nephew, the only person got a scholarship
for
for
eating.
home ec.
I knew it was going to be something like that.
Home ec career scholarship.
Yo, Neff, you got to take this and use this as motivation to get that fat off. Man.
I'm good.
No,
Get
you're
that
not.
fat off.
Dropping.
Get
What
that
you
shit.
mean?
Yeah, use it as motivation.
It's
Go
been
harder.
dropping. I don't need none of that.
Yeah,
The
this
marks
nigga
don't
was
work.
just-
That nigga eat ass out of a to-go box. It don't bother me, bro. That nigga don't bother me, bro.
That nigga said I took 37,000 steps today to the
I'm
refrigerator.
I'm in my journey, bro. I'm good.
Going nowhere.
What I was gonna say is that they don't teach you that credit is money. Niggas don't know that. Like when we was growing up, we didn't have somebody that came in and taught us about stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's lucky
They
you
was
guys
there
do.
when you turned 18. I remember when I was.
Take that shit.
Sign up for this credit card.
Yeah.
That's what got me fucked up in college. We go through this thing called the campus center that was like, you can eat, and
That's
then they
what I'm
had like a
talking
bunch
about.
of different things.
They
They had
had
it set up so you, so you would go, and then nigga, I had mad credit cards. Nigga.
So that car I told
the
you
same way they
that
try to recruit. My
I had
bad.
the accident in. That's how I got it. I got my first couple credit cards when I was in what? And I
On
maxed it
vacation?
It was
out.
like, wait a minute, I got $1,000.
I maxed it out on the down payment. You know what I mean?
Nigga, I still maxing out my.
Yo, matter of fact, yo,
That nigga crazy.
yo, Cap, did you
That
get the car on
nigga be
Sullivan?
crazy, bro.
You got the car on Sullivan Street?
yeah,
I was there, nigga.
That
I
nigga
was
said
there when you
still
maxed
got
It
it.
was the Taurus. It was the Burgundy
Yeah,
Taurus.
nigga, I was there when you maxed. He's like, yo,
Yeah.
max this shit out. Don't you know I got my
Today.
first credit card at the age of 46?
Get the fuck out of here.
Swear to God.
That's what's up.
I wasn't
That's
fucking with
gangster,
him,
though. You
son.
don't
I
really.
I wasn't
fucking
fucking with him. I'm
until
not
later, too.
fucking nigga. I'm not
Shit,
nigga.
Deshaun is kind of anti-credit cards too.
Because I
Tone,
know how I am, bro.
he's-
If I
I'm
owe you
debating.
money,
I think
nigga,
I need one.
I
I'll be
don't
like,
like
listen,
owing nobody
hey,
no
listen,
goddamn
cuz.
money.
When I
Like,
go to
listen, cuz, can you wait? Can you?
Greece.
I'll ask my mom or my man to wait. What
Yo,
wait do you
them-
think I won't ask?
Them rich
John,
niggas,
Jacob,
is, them
Jacob.
niggas, them niggas,
Question,
is,
question.
them rich niggas. Hold up, them rich niggas like Elon Musk, like anybody, right? Those niggas will apply,
Name a couple more rich niggas.
like Jeff Bezos. They will
That's only one. Couple more.
but
Bill Gates.
they will borrow money from their stocks, right? They'll borrow money. So they'll say you have $100,000 worth of shares in this stock. They will go borrow money from a bank.
That's what you said.
And get the credit. Like say, okay, $100,000.
It's 'cause they have
I'll
credit.
put my $100,000 in shares, but give me $50,000 loan on top of this $100,000 worth of. I'm gonna put my $100,000 worth of shares.
And that's how credit works.
That's what I'm saying. So
And they just
so-
keep building more wealth.
and they keep building more wealth. So you know what I mean.
But I mean, you know, credit isn't a bad thing if you know how to use it.
Yeah,
Of course.
You know what I mean? If you know how
I'm
to,
not
if-
saying that's
niggas in
bad.
the world.
yeah, if you know how, to, I mean, if you know how to
I'm
use
not
it.
saying that's bad, but these guys is using their credit and using.
You know what the
But
funny
you,
thing
but you
is?
can do it too, P, if you knew exactly what you was doing.
Yeah, because nobody's worth $275 billion.
I just don't. I don't have the.
I
the
broke down the
collateral.
hustle
Okay.
to.
You know what I mean?
Physical.
I
You
broke
gotta have
down the
collateral
hustle to
for
my
it.
Go ahead, Cap.
my kids on how to start with good credit and to always be good. All right, this is the basics of it. If you can always pay off your credit card payment, then
The
you're
limit.
good.
Yep.
And then if you
limit,
can make
yeah.
extra payments on it, you won't have that compounded interest.
Mm-hmm.
So before you get that credit card, you make sure your income is enough to make
Them-
double payments on that
Yeah.
credit card.
Yeah.
And guess what? It'll lead to a bigger limit. You can't go through life like the shit that I have in here was credit card the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? But I kind of did it in a way that worked for me. Some of the shit that I got loans for, I shouldn't have did. I probably should have just used the credit card, maxed the shit out.
Nigga,
and
look
then
where we
paid it
came
off.
from, nigga. I'm getting that.
Real shit, man.
I'll take a think about it later.
Like, and the more money you make, the more ability you have to take advantage of certain things. It's just when you're down here, you might not see what's up there waiting for you.
Yeah, and then a lot of niggas don't catch that either because I got married at a young age, right? So I didn't catch the whole physical conversation. Like I had nothing. So it was just wife, taking care of 2 kids. This from 21 to now, you know what I mean? So I never got that conversation from anybody. That's a conversation that not a lot of people get. Like, I don't know. Did everybody get the conversation?
Nigga,
didn't.
that's
I
that,
did.
We didn't.
I mean, I got
That's-
talked to about it.
I think that's a lot of like.
My wife
just-
and my mother-in-law taught me about credit cards. You know what
I,
I'm saying?
I haven't got one conversation about credit cards, about IRAs, about retirement, about anything.
I never got that.
About anything. So you know what I mean. Unfortunately, you know you
Live and learn.
you gotta
I'm
find
going
out
to
on
buy.
your own.
I
Some
can't
people,
even lie.
but some people don't find out on their own, and I'm gonna make sure my kids know about that shit. You know what I mean?
Well,
So-
like Quest said a long time ago, and a lot of things that fellas have said is burned in my memory and brain, and I hear it every day when I go through situations. I hear y'all voice. It's like, okay, don't do that.
Oops, my bad.
It's the age of information. You know what I'm saying? You can find ways to make, you know what I mean, better your credit, make quick money. And they say quick money. I'm thinking, okay, you can flip this. Yeah, it might take 6 to 8 months to get that 25,000. You know what I'm saying?
That's quick
But you're
money.
putting that work in. It's quick money. And there's things you do even with LLCs and going to the bank and getting loans for your business.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't understand. You got your personal credit score, and then you got a business. You know what I'm saying?
Totally
There's been a couple of
separate.
times, Jim, it's totally separate. You get a business, you get a business loan for $7,000 or $5,000 credit card. You know what I'm saying? Do what you need to do, invest in the business, grow that shit. If it fucks up, guess what? You're not liable. That's the business. I have nothing to do with that. Open up another motherfucker. You can open up 90,000 LLCs. You know what I'm saying?
dope. That's
But you have to do it right. Learn as you go to age your information and take your time. The thing I think with people is patience. That's what because
That's what it is,
for me.
man.
For me,
Patience
my
and
yes, you have to be.
consistency
You have to be patient. You have to be consistent. And there's going to be days it's like, you know what? Fuck this. Fuck y'all. Fuck fuck. And that's where you got to bite the bullet even harder. That's why
like-
you dig in. Boom, boom. It's like, okay, this is going to pass. why is this for me? This is just my experience. Why am I feeling this? Why am I going through this? Everything's on the up and up because I'm tired. I'm stressed. It's like, fuck, I've been doing this shit for 30 fucking days straight and I only moved an inch. But you still moved.
Bro,
Even though
I
you
had,
don't see it.
I had those
still
interns in
moved.
here. That was the best group of interns I had. It was for 2 weeks. And so literally when they came in, I had them set up to help me get ahead. Because I had so much back work that I had to do. Like, I don't sit here and talk about all the shit that I do, but I do a lot throughout the course of a week, right? So when they came in, I had them set up to do all the menial shit that I didn't want to do, and I almost felt bad. Cause I was
No, that's
like,
working harder, not smarter. You're teaching them.
man, I said, fuck that, right? So within the first couple of days, when they realized they were actually helping a business owner get ahead, they were proud of that shit. So that allowed me to jump them into doing 3 different sessions for me.
Nice.
Now, they weren't as versed at doing recorded sessions as I am, but I explained to them, like, you just have to record this properly, good levels. I'll mix it later. Nigga, that shit put me ahead like 3 weeks having them do that.
Yeah, see, that's
shit.
just fire, bro.
Do you think
Fuck
that
yeah.
patience is something that the younger generation lacks?
No, I
over
can't. I
something
can't
that
say
we have?
that. I can't say that because it's about the determination and passion they have
In the person.
For example, when they came in, they were all passionate about leaving with something that they learned. But then you do have those people that aren't as passionate. Those are the ones you shouldn't even waste your time with.
Yeah.
I just mean in
They're
general.
just here
I
to
feel
get
like
past through the class or whatever. I didn't mean to cut you
yeah,
off, but
that's
you were
exactly
saying
it.
like the internship, like you shouldn't feel bad. It's an internship.
I did feel bad.
No, but it's an internship. When I did
I felt
intern,
bad, like,
bro, when I did intern over there
Yeah.
at fucking at the 10 Knockers, bro, it's an internship. I'm doing this shit. I'm working to put these motherfuckers. I'm
you know
learning.
what the first thing I had them do?
I have to work. You got to work.
Take out the garbage.
Your
That's
internship
exactly it.
is
Nigga,
learning.
I had
Yeah.
the gloves out for them
Man,
and all
listen.
that. Showed them where the shit was at, where they had to take it out. Because usually that's what I have to do first. Take out the garbage, clean shit. I had them niggas transferring files. I had them exporting video projects. I said, yo. But I never took advantage of what was in front of me the way I should have. You know what I mean?
That's what an internship is, bro. You're
Yeah.
learning. Because a lot of internships, even when you intern in some places, you're not getting paid for that.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
hands-on
Experience, you
job,
getting
your experience in your
My
work,
daughter
and it's
gotta
like,
do one this year.
Yeah,
She ain't
yeah,
getting
bro.
paid
Like,
shit.
I
That's
interned
crazy.
for this company for a year and a half. Oh, really? Okay, Baba, you
Yeah.
got the job.
Yeah, that's what's crazy is like a lot of jobs would be like you have to have this amount of experience, right? And you'd be like, well, I had the degree you want. They had the job. It'd be like you need this degree, but you can't have the degree and the experience if you don't intern or if you don't get into something that's smaller before you.
Yeah, you have to.
glow
You
up.
got to have that experience. You have to.
Somebody spoke about the Marvin Sapp. I'm trying to get some money out the
Never
church.
would have made it. That's the song? Is
Who
he
brought
sing
that
that
up?
song?
You, Jetta?
Is that the guy?
put it in the
Never
group chat,
would've
too.
Is that
made
him?
it.
Is that
That's
his
him?
song?
that
I
in
don't
the
know.
I put it in the group chat.
Oh yeah,
Messenger.
yeah. So can we talk about it a little bit before I play this video? What was it about the Marvin Sapp situation?
Basically, it was one of them
Tag
super
and
church pastors locking the doors. You know what I mean, to his church until X amount of people in the congregation and online. You know, till they made $40,000. Y'all ain't
Hold up,
leaving.
Quest, do me a favor. Hold my phone real quick. Hold on.
What if them niggas didn't go? What if them niggas didn't make that much and somebody just got up and left?
They turn the gas on.
Close the door. We about to die in this motherfucker.
Like he gonna pop niggas?
Hold up. Y'all gotta respect,
Then cat from the kill.
I learned a lot from Marvin Sapp.
He about to pop
Oh shit! This nigga, yo, this
Shut the door.
I just locked the door.
That was good. That was good.
They ain't got the. Like, you can't get out that way no more.
I need 20.
He really locked us
I
in
need
this time.
2,500.
I got 5 in the car right now. I'll be right back.
Ain't nobody going nowhere because
I got to go to the car.
Nigga, just shoot me.
God
nigga.
said this is.
We gonna have to put another hole. We gonna have to put a hole.
I'm just
there.
gonna. I'm just gonna. I'm gonna wait till nephew just
God
run a
said.
hole through the wall.
Hell yeah.
Because of God.
Yeah, all we got to do is sit on that nigga lap. He just stand up real
Let me ask
fast.
you a question because he got a tight grip. He gonna help y'all.
Morris,
get
I'm
up
about
outta
to
here.
roast you, nigga. You
But
better
hold
stop.
up. But what happens when all y'all get out of here and it's just me and him locked in here?
I'm taking the L for everybody.
Where am I gonna go?
Hey, sir, I'll give you a ride home, sir. Somebody got to live to tell the story. I'm gonna be outside.
Yo, that's
a ride home.
shit, though,
Nigga,
man.
look, you've been doing push-ups anyway. And like, you're swole as a motherfucker in that corporate shirt.
Jetta's naturally strong.
Yeah,
like,
he's big as a shit in that corporate shirt, bro. He's good.
But he need to unbutton that top button.
He got the top
Yeah,
button
she
on
good.
there.
Yeah, because it's so tight. The curls at the edges, just points
Mars,
curl up.
shut up,
Look at the
bro.
points of his collar curling up because the button too
Before I
tight.
roast you, bro, I swear to God.
Yo,
shut
hold
the
up.
So
hold
listen,
up,
can we
let's-
see-
let's
can we play the
keep-
video?
Let's keep it on track, man. Y'all can roast session in a minute.
And after.
Actually, we can all
Let's play that
take
shit.
points to see who. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was
Like to
talking
see
about
it.
Jetta. He said that why he gonna roast me. I'm talking about Jetta, not
You
you.
talking about everybody, and I'm sick of you talking about everybody.
Yo.
Hey, roll that
All
footage,
right,
Cap. Let's
got
go.
you.
Oh, that's crazy.
And they're like,
This is an easy miracle, Saints.
Them niggas is con artists, bro. Like, I ain't gonna say everyone.
I think that's good.
Tax free.
no,
Tax
imagine you scrolled past that on accident.
Tax
And
free.
he's like,
I just heard it.
everybody, I need $20.
I wish I was in there.
Tax
Nigga,
free.
You ain't getting
Give me
a
your money.
goddamn.
I guarantee. As a matter of fact,
Straighten
I
that
ain't gonna
shit
say I
out like from the
guarantee.
back.
One at a
Nigga,
time.
no money.
Hold on. One at a time. One at a time. What y'all think about that, man?
That shit was awesome.
Hustling at its finest.
Them niggas is hustlers, bro. And this is, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna say it's guaranteed, but if we looked at his life, if we had the opportunity to be like, okay, look at his house, look at what he drives, I guarantee this nigga got some crazy shit. Compared, you know what I'm saying? He got some.
He's
good,
a millionaire. He's ain't he platinum selling gospel artist?
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He-
$100 ain't nothing for him
He
because he
drives
challenged all the clergy to give
Yeah, he-
$100.
Yeah, but he got at least 20 bands. He got at least 20 that
Oh,
night.
way over that.
30.
He driving some good shit. That nigga got. Come
He's
on,
just
man.
one of many, like
Of
one
many.
of dozens. You know, that's just the norm. It's
But
the
That's
norm.
crazy though.
But it's not crazy
crazy.
because he's no different than any hustler that's pushing something. Niggas push
I was talking
rock.
about it the other day.
Niggas put weed. I'm talking. Niggas push religion.
Yeah.
They push
But
all that
nah,
So the
stuff.
church, they don't pay taxes, right?
but you-
but
Real
you
quick,
know
P.
One at a
But you-
time. One
but
at a
you-
time.
but-
Let's hear each other
But
out.
you know what you getting, right? You get some weed, you get some crack, you get some heroin. You know what you getting. But when you get some
Whoa, where
inspiration,
this come from? Right?
I'm just saying, when you know what you, but when somebody is preaching to
Oh, I see.
you,
Okay, I see what you're saying.
when somebody is preaching to you, give me this, and I'm, you know what I mean? It's
You
just
getting
gonna
hope,
get,
nigga.
this is gonna get you closer
You
to
getting
God.
hope, nigga.
That's false, though. You know what I
Of
mean?
course it is. We know that, but you still getting something.
You
Nigga, hope.
you can't tell those people that they ain't getting nothing when they operate by faith and they look at
Yeah.
that pastor as the liaison between them and God.
Leader.
Facts.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
when them niggas is corrupt,
But I mean,
That
they don't
doesn't
know.
matter.
They don't know that because that's been passed down generation to generation. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, when you caught inside that world, that
Nephew
school
Calf
of thought,
caught
He
it.
wanted to see.
you know what I'm saying?
He wanted to see if his knees really work. Sorry,
They get,
bro.
nah, they get that paper, man. I mean,
Yeah,
God
you're
is
right.
big
Yeah.
business, big
Yeah,
business.
it is.
man.
Especially you got an old
It's
school.
the
Somebody like my
biggest-
grandmother.
Guys, listen. We're a bunch of grown men in here, right? One person speak at a time because this is an important topic to talk about. It's religion based, right?
My bad. I didn't know we was out of line. I thought we was doing good. My
Well,
bad,
there
Cap.
was like 3 or 4 voices at once, and
I
how can you
apologize.
understand one if there's 3 or 4?
Don't beat me again.
Yeah, that was
You
my
always
bad.
out of
You
line
better
physically.
Stop that shit, man.
He always physically out of line. No, you say
So-
that to this nigga.
So, nephew, go ahead.
But-
you go first. How do you feel
I'm
about
good. I'm
that?
trying not to roast this nigga. Y'all go.
Yeah, no, y'all gonna get your roast time.
So I was actually,
Y'all
I was saying
how
Quest.
how much we got left on that SD card?
This nigga look like he eat left and right overs, bruh. You fat bitch.
Left and right overs.
Yes.
Oh, I
nigga.
see. Oh, okay. That was,
Yeah, nigga, not just
that was
leftovers. You eat left and right overs, nigga.
If
like,
you would've
fuck out
said
of
that-
here.
if you would've-
go, man.
Fuck
you would-
out of here, bruh.
I think we gotta let him go.
that sounds
man.
like plagiarism.
How y'all
could
feel
be.
about being in the church and say you were in the congregation that day and those words were spoken?
Can I say real quick?
I'm booking.
It goes back,
Hold on,
goes
Cap.
back to what Quest was saying. It's hard. Like, okay, you got all these people in the church, especially like people like my grandmother. She's vetted in God, Jesus, the pastor,
Yeah.
and there's nothing going to sway. She's going to give this money. Then you have some people that be like, I might not have it or something. You know what I mean? It's hard to. I don't know.
So
man,
what
it's-
if you were
it's-
sitting next to your grandma and she was about to give 100, right? And
I couldn't tell her that. You know what I mean?
Can't
That's
tell her nothing.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to
That's
tell
my
her
grand,
nothing.
especially if somebody that age, them older
But
people in
you
the
would,
generation.
though. But you
You
would.
wouldn't. I mean, you could say something, but she'll. I mean, and then my grandma would say something like, "Marsha, but the Bible says." Blah, blah,
10%
blah,
of
blah,
your
blah,
time.
blah.
So,
You know what I'm saying?
like I'm an avid church goer. Me and my family, we go to church, and I do put $20 in the thing
Yeah.
on the weekly, but it's not like individual because it's me, my wife, and my daughter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a family time.
So I go and I every week I go, I put $20 in the thing because I do enjoy the fruits of the church thing.
Yeah.
So when I go to church functions and they have food, I eat. When we, you know what I mean, I do participate. You know what I mean,
that's- yeah, that's
I'll
different.
clean, I'll set up. I definitely help do different things. When we had the trunk or treat, I set up my photo booth and I did photos for free for the community. So I definitely participate too as a member. But I do, you know what I'm saying, I do give a couple dollars. Now if
I
they
think when you
said, hey, we not opening the doors until you give me $20.
P.
Now I got a problem
I think-
because now I'm be like, well, hold
Right.
on. I was gonna give you $20 anyway.
ain't getting nothing.
But now you thinking that I'm supposed to give you $20 for me, $20 for my wife, and $20 for my daughter. My daughter don't got no job. She 13 years old. So you saying I gotta give you $60 to get up out of here, my nigga? Now it's not my pastor. It's
But
hey
I
yo,
don't- I
my
don't think-
nigga.
yeah.
Who is
But
you
I
talking
think-
to?
I think that whole video though was kind of blown out of proportion. You know the age of today. Everybody do a clip.
Nah,
of it.
I mean, I think
But
the-
me seeing it, I understand where you can be like, why is this nigga shutting the doors? But at the same time, you know how black churches is. It's time to go, bro. You see people, wait, hold up. Oh, shut the doors. We all gonna leave at the same time. We ain't going nowhere but to the restaurant. Let's get this offering out the way first. You know what I mean? It's like, dang, nigga, hold
like
on.
when you
You
leave,
ain't
your-
had to do it.
when you
You're right.
leave, you're going
feel
to
like-
eat anyway.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Let's just hold on. We got 2 more seconds. Just hold. Wait a minute. Matter of fact, shut that door real quick. Somebody goes. I want everybody's attention.
I feel like
Yeah, but doing that at collection time, It's not going
time
to
is
sit
supposed to
right
be
well.
earlier, though.
Exactly. It's not going to sit right well with a lot of black folks.
Nigga, that was
And a
the
lot of-
third collection of
that
the
prob-
day.
yeah,
nigga.
I
that
feel
might
like he
be
did
right,
that shit for theatrics.
That
He
was
did
third.
it
That was third. That was the third
You know what I mean?
collection.
Like
of
he
the
did that
day,
shit
nigga.
theatrical.
I don't think it was
That's why he
theatrics.
did that.
That's
Like
the
he
way the
shut the
church-
door. Like, listen,
that's where the church-
door's closed. You ain't leaving unless you pay me. And I think they knew that I'm free to leave, but I know what.
Nah, he was
What the
breaking
nigga
it
saying.
down. No, he said, "You up here, I need 100.
Yeah.
You out there, like it wasn't like he just
fine.
threw it out
I'm
there.
just
as a
talking about.
blanket.
I'm
What you
literally
mean,
just talking about the door closed.
When you said he said like you up here, I need 100. What was
the
he?
people,
Basically, the
like
deacons
the
and
deacons and
pastors.
stuff. He was like, I need 20 from basically the congregation and the people online, but y'all up here with me, I need 100 from
Yeah,
y'all.
because they obviously got money.
Oh shit.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
he
They
broke
obviously
it
got more
down.
money than their congregation.
Yeah, he said.
We
Yeah,
had
So
this
that
discussion.
nigga said, keep your
he said
20.
he said because it costs to be up here.
Can I say this real
he
quick?
said it
What do you
costs
mean
more than
up-
$20
up
to be
on
up
the
here.
stage?
So I
Yes.
think so what happens really is like so I don't know the ins and outs of the church, but I know that pastoral things and pastoral fees, that's a thing,
Yes.
right?
If I come to your church to preach,
you
wanna-
get a couple dollars.
You get a couple dollars. I don't
Yeah.
think
I
that
didn't
was
know
his
that.
church.
I didn't
I
know
don't
that.
think that was his church. Yeah.
Untaxed.
Yeah, you
Untaxed.
get a couple.
So
you get a
they
couple
don't
dollars.
pay you. So basically, we're gonna take an offering for the pastor from out of town. You know what I mean? Just to
Oh,
show
shit.
appreciation. Can I say this real quick? I didn't mean to cut you off. We had this discussion a couple of days ago about church. Now, I said something to who we were talking to. What do you guys think about my perception of church? I grew up in church. I got slapped in the face in church by family members I done seen. Hey, how you doing, baby? Look at that motherfucker hat. And I'm like,
You was probably
but
a
as I
badass
got,
kid. And,
no, I wasn't a badass kid. I was the kid that, you know what I mean? Yeah, you had to separate me because I'm a cut up. Because I would ask questions. I would be confused as hell. You're supposed to, you know what I mean, doubt everything, and you're not supposed to
you
hate.
don't think you should ever got slapped up in church? Ever?
No. I'll tell you the story after this. I'm not going
See,
to
I
put it
was
on
a
camera.
badass kid.
See, that's why
And
Pete
there was
moved.
times
but
when
listen,
I
He
had
moved
to-
so
I
the
should-
lightning didn't hit him. That's
No,
why
I
Pete
see
went
what
to
you're
the
saying. Like, yeah,
bathroom.
popped in the hand or something. I got slapped in the face with a binder full of church songs, nigga. Like, pow. Type shit.
Yeah, 'cause
but let me get on this because I don't want to
God has
ramble.
smiled
Because I don't want to ramble on. But I made this statement the other day, and I think this is just my opinion. Now, if you go to this church, you've been a member of this church for so long, you've been paying your tithes and offering 10 plus years, 20 years. You got a nice congregation. Nobody in your congregation should have to worry about paying even a light bill.
Yeah, I agree.
You would think, okay, you taking all this money in as a unit, everybody should be well off. Okay, they take all this money in. The church has this money to help out, whatever. And if you think about it, what major church? And I was trying to think. If anybody knows, you know what I mean, let me know or correct me if I'm wrong. So the church, they get tax free. They get this money. It's not taxed.
no tax.
So I heard somewhere, if I'm wrong, correct me. They're not allowed to really like do anything for the community. Like build up the community, maybe put a park over here, a park over there,
No, I never heard
or
that.
give
Never.
back. I might be wrong, but there's something. I'm gonna have to look it up. But there's something that the church cannot do because they're not getting taxed for this money they're bringing.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
yeah.
Because there's a lot of church
Yeah.
related
So it's not like
parts.
it's the church's money without being regulated, so they can just give it to whoever. Every dime has to be accounted for.
Right.
So for you to just give money away, they'd have to have a program set up.
And you would think somebody, like I said, why not
Yeah.
everybody in your congregation?
Set
They don't
up.
have to be rich, but set up to the point where they're
Yeah.
comfortable. They don't have to. You know what
Because
I
it's
mean?
possible.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That was.
No, we can't hear you.
That's what I want to
I
ask you.
mean-
What do y'all think about that? You think everybody in the church should be not equal, but at least financially okay?
I mean,
should
I would.
is the key word.
Not
think-
okay, should
I don't-
be.
I don't
But
think
I don't want to
church-
say you have money in your pocket. But if there's an issue come, well, I can't pay this bill this week because I'm gonna be short.
I don't
You
think
can go to the
should
church,
be
your
tax
church.
exempt.
Well, I think
that.
that. On my bad, Jetta. I
Jetta,
think
you-
that in
Hold on,
certain,
he
ain't
hasn't
said
spoke all
Speaking to
day.
your- speaking to your mic, it'll pick up on the box, so it'll be in the edit. But we'll have to listen to you out here.
So it's just, I just looked it up. It says churches, as a non-profit organization, are restricted from using funds for personal enrichment or members, or personal enrichment for members, or for non-charitable purposes, and must use funds for religious and charitable purposes, such as ministry, charity.
That shit sound funny as fuck. You seen the nigga that
So,
was talking about his plane.
Only thing I can say is, so growing up where I grew up, one of my best friends was a PK. Shout out my man Jason Waller. Pastor Waller was his dad. You know what I'm saying? And they had a church.
What's a PK?
Preacher kid.
Okay.
So and in their church, everybody, there wasn't a whole lot of us, but there was a nice chunk, and everybody gave a offering every week. Now in our church growing up, that is the type of stuff that happened because there's only like 50 or 60 members that came every week. But if you did have I remember situations where, one of the, I ain't gonna say no names, but one of the kids I know, his lights got cut off, and Pastor Waller went down there and paid that man light bill so that they can have lights. I can say in my church growing up, it worked kind of like what you were saying. Yeah. Extra money, they did things. They had dinners for some people once a month. You know what I mean? They would have dinners and invite the church to come and eat, without you having to pay. So they did do things for our church congregation. With, I don't know specifically, but I know that I've seen it, Pastor Waller go above and beyond for the people of our church.
That's the stuff you've seen him do. You don't know what he does behind closed doors. Nobody knows what anybody does behind closed doors.
How does nigga go from talking to anybody to
especially when it comes to religion? Bro, why are you so mad? Why are you so mad?
He started talking from him.
Because I
started
slayed
talking
you
like Mario
twice,
and Luigi
you
at
mad.
the same time.
Nah, but so listen, but like I said, I know the quality of the person that I'm talking about.
Started talking like his
so
tongue
I
was
know,
sticky.
so I know the quality of the person that I was talking about. So I believe wholeheartedly that he does the right thing because that's the type of brother that he is. You know what I'm saying? So I can speak, like I said, I'm speaking specifically to Pastor
person,
Waller
not the
and the
church.
person that I'm talking about in the church that I went to.
Not the
this-
church. You're speaking to the individual.
Pastor Waller's in church here or where you?
No, where I'm in Fredonia.
Fredonia, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
Pastor Waller was the reverend of the church that I went to. So he, is the church, you would say.
So
you know
it
what I'm saying?
starts from the top down. That's
Yeah.
basically.
So I'm just saying that I can speak for my pastor, what he did with some of the funds. I seen him take care of the people in the church. Yeah. I can't say for
That's how it's supposed to be.
anybody else. I can just say for mine,
That's how it's supposed
I
to
see
be,
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never heard of it anywhere else.
I know Miss Grace. When we used to go to,
I got school clothes from Miss Grace a couple
church,
times.
Where Jahara's station now, like Miss Grace took care of us. Like she used to.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, she made sure we had Christmas presents every year,
Mm-hmm.
socks, underwear, school supplies, and a couple toys. If there was ever food shortages, she was always there.
Mm-hmm.
And Marsh was there if there was food shortages.
And we didn't even realize that there was a problem with it. We just thought it was like natural for somebody that loves you to do that.
Because we was there at the youth club, boy.
Yeah, and as we got older,
Yeah.
she would make sure we were picked up to come to the church to play ball and, things of that nature. I guess now, in this day and age, it's not the same because you locking motherfuckers in
Yeah.
and telling,
Well, it's different now
I need
because
40,000. Like, that's some hustler shit. That's some, in my opinion, that's some.
Straight up. Everything's getting in the forefront now, bro. Just like Cat Williams said, and now we're starting to see, like he said, he going to execs. He like, so we're gonna all go on there, do the movie with you. And he was like, I could see you, right? This nigga did a whole line of cocaine. Now it's out and open now. Like it is what it is. Look at it. Why is there millionaire pastors? Why are you a preacher and you got $1 million? You don't have $1 million job.
hold on,
50 million.
hold on. Multi.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. You don't have a $50 million job, nigga. When you're a pastor, you should have a job. Your job should pay your bills and your mortgage and all that shit. Not
what
church.
was his name? Donnie McClurkin. That's what that
Yeah,
was.
that motherfucker.
Well, I mean,
Didn't
he
he ask
got
for a
he
job?
did-
That was
he-
Marvin Sapp.
That was Marvin Sapp.
Yeah.
Marvin Sapp.
Well,
He got
Marvin
a job.
Sapp-
He's
yeah,
a
but-
platinum. He's a
That's what I'm
platinum
saying,
selling.
yeah. He's a platinum
gospel
selling
artist.
That's probably that's where he
Yeah,
got all
but
his
he's
money
still-
from.
I'm getting-
But you
no, he didn't.
So what
No,
about
he
the
didn't.
Olstein dude? What'd he do?
No, I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not counting nobody's money.
No, I know what
I'm
you
just,
mean, yeah, I
I'm
know what
just.
you mean,
I'm
but-
in my head when it popped up. You said about a job. It popped
Yeah.
into my head. I couldn't remember which one he was, but I know that like, him
begging
like
for
Donnie
money.
McClurkin,
Yeah.
people like that. They make money off they got
music,
tour.
yeah.
They tour gospel songs.
What
they,
do these other pastors do? I'm curious about that.
The
the-
prosperity
even
money
the
pastors.
what's the dude that used to cry all the time?
Thank God, Jesus, and if you
The white man used to cry all the time.
Baker.
Baker, yeah, Baker. He's always crying.
thank you, Jesus, and if you
Yo, they got documentaries.
How did
on
he
these
get his
niggas,
money?
Man. Them niggas is
He
hustlers, man.
ain't lying. He's literally on a documentary.
They got documentaries on that shit. But niggas will fall for it, man. But you know what I mean?
Because niggas,
you got
the easiest
hope,
thing to
man.
sell
You got
is
faith.
hope.
You You got faith. You
So
got
how about we start our own church? We sell hope, and by 6 to 8 months, everybody in our congregation has at least $250,000 in the bank.
We got a deadbolt too. We gotta make sure we got a deadbolt.
Fuck the deadbolt.
First of all, we got to get there. But everybody, like, the easiest thing to sell is hope, bro. Who doesn't want hope?
You?
Yo, real quick.
Everybody wants
You
hope.
want?
I hope
want
to see this
bagels.
video
That nigga
that
said
Cap
you, I
had in his
just heard
phone
that.
of
That's
him and his son
crazy.
racing.
Nigga don't want no hope. He want bagels and cream cheese.
Yo.
Can you eat hope,
All right,
nigga?
all right, yo, we're gonna watch one more video, then y'all can roast each other because I think this will be a good way to.
No, I
end
gotta
the
go,
pod.
though.
Don't leave yet. This is a short video. It's only 41 seconds, and then everybody can roast the fuck out of each other. How about that?
Hope flavored man.
I'm trying to get home and eat some of this roast and
All right.
potatoes that my
All right,
wife
let's play
made.
this.
This
trying to get some
one
of that,
is
too.
more so based on a female's perspective on. I don't want to say dating, but I'll play it. Let me just play the video.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know, when you think about it, sometimes
Where's
you
she
know,
from?
I don't know.
It
about
looked like
that
an AI video to me.
The
but-
demographic.
It
Where's she
wasn't.
from?
It wasn't.
Philly.
Nah, cause she would have said Joan.
She sound down south.
Joan,
a
yeah,
little
Joan.
bit.
So, what do you guys think about the video and what she was talking about?
It was facts.
Where's she from? Where's she raised up at? How was she raised? How does she look at men and women?
I think we should think about the video and what she was talking about, the context of what she was saying.
She was saying some real shit.
What do you think, Cap?
Regardless of where she's from, what she does.
So what do you think, bro?
It was just what was presented. What do you guys think? My wife doesn't apply to that. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
my
So
wife
that's
is,
what. Yeah.
But this is the day and age we're in, and this would apply more so to sir or to individuals that are single.
So
I don't. Hold on one second. He asked questions. I'm answering it. I don't have to deal with that because I've been with my wife for a long ass time. Like,
Yeah.
so the love that we have.
You're just too
it's been
old
in-
for this conversation.
Yeah. So that's why
That's
it's
what I
a
was
good
about to say.
conversation to present to see what everybody else thought about it, especially.
I'm the perfect nigga to kick
Sir,
it off.
I'm putting you under the gun today.
Yeah, you are young too,
because
yeah.
you're in this day and age, and there's women. How does it happen nowadays? Like, what happens?
He, like,
He doesn't
I think
understand.
she's coming from a different angle of like how it is, how it used to be. Like how
No,
females
it's
used to
close to
not-
now.
Now she was saying now.
Oh, like, yeah, like
She's saying now that's how they are.
I'm saying where she's coming from. Like,
Yeah.
The reason why she can see that is because where she came from is in an era where the woman not necessarily bowed down to the man, but it's the woman let a
More
man be
subservient,
above
more
the man.
submissive.
And yeah, and the female's not trying to be the man. She's not telling nigga what to do. Oh, you're not fulfilling my. I don't know. It's
That's always been
Nah,
happening.
they got more standards now. That's what it
It's
is.
always been happening with females, like probably any generation you can go to, you can look to, like, you know what I mean, videos or whatever. Comedians talking about how women try to be the, you know what I mean, the dominant. But nowadays, I would say, when you have so many different type of, I don't want to get canceled, but different type of motherfucking genders, all types of shit. But females trying to be more of the male in the whole
Masculine,
situation.
more tough. More
Masculine.
strong,
Yeah, because masculinity has been under the gun for a little while now.
yeah.
It's like raising a young boy to be a man. You will almost get chastised for taking him along the lane of being like a masculine
A
man.
man, yeah.
Let
him choose.
Yeah, like, nah, I'm a man raising a man, just like a female
Right.
raising a daughter. And then later on, if she chooses to be a certain way, that's on her. But I'm going to give her the teaching she needs as a daughter or a man.
I think she was speaking to the fact of in today's society, how she said that men want, she said that females want men to be females. So I think what she's saying is that a lot of females want a nigga to be emotional. They want him to be a listener. They want him to be this. They want him to be that. Which, all in a sense, is if you get a real man, he is going to be in tune with you. He's going to listen to you. He's going to care about your feelings. He's going to do all those different things as a real man if that's what he wants to do. So I've been married for 20 years. Cap is, you know what I'm saying? We've been married for these long times. So in our status, in my relationship, my wife, if she needs a listening ear, then she's going to say, hey, babe, I need to talk to you. And if it's an emotional thing and we get emotional as my wife and we cry together, that's a emotional connection between a husband and a wife. So that's not a female wanting another female. Right, that's her wanting a companion. Yeah. I think so with the young girls nowadays, because they want to be so independent and they say that they don't need a man but for certain things. You know, I think she was speaking more of to that point of it.
Because I think we live, bro. Our generation lives from what our parents are taught us, what we've seen on our grandparents and our parents. Their generation lives for like society. What's the norm in society? What's accepted? Because I don't think like the morals run as deep in their generation as us. Like you said, if your wife wants, she's going to say, baby, blah, blah, blah. Their generation, it's almost expected. You know what I mean? Like, you knew I wanted to go out to eat here, or you knew I wanted to, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like you're supposed to know this.
Entitlement.
Entitlement, yes. And it's a lack of communication, too. Yeah. It's a lack of communication because in our generation, we talk. It's like, this is what it is. We need to communicate. With them, it's like, okay, the world moves so fast, instant gratification. You got motherfuckers that ain't got shit and then wake up to $2 million because they got a viral video. Now, life is completely different.
I was talking to a girl. I was talking to this lady in the store.
Go ahead. Real quick. I feel like women want what women want. It's so.
That wasn't real quick.
No. I'm trying to say something, and I had a point. Marsh,
keep searching. You got it. Keep searching. You got it.
You were talking about
big ass head to search.
I ain't got it. Keep going.
I think if it comes to me, I'll bring it up because I did cut you off.
So I was talking to a girl the other day, and we was in the store. Shout out to my homegirl Tasha up here at 7-Eleven right here on the corner. We was in there, and this girl was in there talking about how independent she was and that she didn't need no man. And so I'm just laughing and chuckling. And so she turns and she said, well, what's so funny? I said, because it's funny, but I understand because of your generation. You know what I mean? And she was like, well, I don't understand what you're saying. I said, so let me ask you a question, sweetheart. I said, if me and you, I said, and I say this respectfully, I said, I'm a married man. I said, but I'm going to tell you this anyway. If me and you was together and we was in the bed, whether it's your bed, my bed, hotel bed, doesn't make a difference, and you heard a noise downstairs, what's the first thing you going to do?
Go check on it.
She said, I'm going to look at you to go check. I said, but wait a minute. You just said you ain't need no man. So me as a man, if you don't need me, why do I need to put my body and myself in harm's way for you, right? Because you don't need me, so why don't you get your ass up and you go check, and I'm going to sit right here, and if you get killed, bitch, I'm jumping out the window, and I'm going to be gone. You know what I'm saying? She was like, well, what is that, blah, 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 blah. I said, so then I asked her another question. I said, so is a man if he can't change a tire? She said, no, he's not a man. I said, well, are you a woman if you can't cook me a home-cooked meal? Well, she ain't really have much to say after that. Damn. I think, the expectations of relationships are different nowadays.
We were raised with morals, respect from seeing and learning and doing. Like our were they baby boomers, our parents, they grew up in some shit. You know what I'm saying? They grew up in the times where it was segregated and all that shit, and we learned, they taught us to whatever, to appreciate it, respect. Like, I was raised to this day. It wasn't, what's up, Uncle Erky, or Uncle, or no, it wasn't, what's up, Erky, or Jimmy. I come in the house at 35 and I say, what's up, Jimmy? They look at me like I'm stupid. What's up, Uncle Jimmy? Yeah. Mm-hmm. You put that uncle on, it's respect. Yeah, respect. We learn from seeing our generation.
Even as a grown-ass man, you got to, you got to put that respect
you
on
have to. This generation nowadays,
the way you
bro?
interact with them, you know what I mean? Like, You can be 10 times bigger than your uncles and aunts and all that.
It's
but
respect.
Your tail is between your legs when you're dealing with respect, man.
That's it. That's just a case in point. I'm trying to raise Sanan Delmar like that. I was raised.
Yeah.
Because, you know what I mean? It didn't really skip a generation. I know Sir going to be good because he's cut from this cloth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like your kid, your people. You know what I mean? Y'all ain't hoodlums. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got families. Yeah, we done hung out and did some dumb shit, but we grew up and we aged well. We still go with the times. Don't get it twisted because we in our 40s, ears to the street. You don't really want to go there.
Yeah.
We're responsible. We take care of the kids. You know what I'm saying? And it's just.
You got fathers, man. You got fathers. You got dedicated fathers that can teach their kids morals and respect.
Word.
And a lot of us
Pass shit down that we've learned.
a lot of us didn't receive that. You know what I'm saying? Like
I think it made us better dads. Who said that shit?
We
Fab?
received it, but
Being raised without dads made us better dads.
we giving it better than we had it. You know what I mean?
Shit, my daughter, last night, the last couple weekends, I've been working the father-daughter dance and the mother-son dance. So Jariah was like, so she helped me out last week. So I bought shirts yesterday. We did the magical moment shirts and everything.
Let me know when the next is.
And so we, the lady said, "Oh, you're so wonderful helping your dad." And so she said, I am wonderful, and I appreciated it. She said, but my dad knows that I'll be 14 next week, and I'm gonna get my working papers. And we talked about how minimum wage is like, I don't remember what she said, $15.75 or whatever. She said, so I wrote down that I got 4 hours in, so $15.75 times 4 is like $60.
And you know what?
Like, word.
That's dope, Jerm. That's dope.
I need that.
And you pay her that money, right? When you do,
I'ma
you
give it to
teach
her.
her another life lesson.
Let me take some of them taxes, baby. Baby, I owe you
Get her ready.
60, baby, but I'm gonna give you this 40 till the fight come
Get her
on.
ready.
Facts.
Get her ready.
Big facts.
Anybody else got anything else to say before we get up out of here?
Yeah, I do. I want to say, I appreciate seeing y'all, man. Y'all energy is dope. I be watching y'all TV and I love y'all
Yo,
punk
Marshall,
motherfuckers. But I'm working and I'm so glad I ain't gotta hear this motherfucker breathe on the mic no more.
We gotta have you back because I'm gonna get you a retirement jersey. We're gonna hang it. We're gonna hang your retirement. You know what I mean? We're gonna hang your retirement jersey.
That's
We gotta
a
get
big
one for
jersey.
you. We gotta get one for Sharp.
That's a
You know what I'm
big-
saying? Not
Where-
that you're
what-
not coming
Yeah.
back,
Yo,
visiting and everything,
what
but
Sharp been up to on
What
his
is-
as a
With a different
regular
number.
as a
I
regular
told you the
weekly
other day, I
member,
seen him.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now you more of a guest now, so you know what I mean.
I know, yeah, that's what I'm
so we
saying,
gotta
yeah.
we gotta retire you up there. We got
Nah, so since we on the topic, I'm gonna put him under the gun.
Yeah, Marsh.
So he
Don't say my name
disappeared.
like
He
that.
disappeared.
Marsh.
Didn't give any explanation. Didn't say anything to anybody about
Just
anything.
left.
He did. He got mad and
No,
walked out in the middle of
let
the
me-
show.
Let me finish. So what was that about? How come you?
Wow.
It took you a year to come back.
Oh shit! First of all, I didn't get angry and disappear. I didn't just walk away.
That
I don't
nigga just
any
walked off. He
motherfucking-
said, y'all was
What
taking too long. God damn, I got stuff to do. And he got up,
Was that
threw
the
his
last time
headphones.
he was here?
Yep, and then walked out because we was podding too long.
I just figured y'all be here Sundays. I got a chance to hit y'all houses up while y'all ain't in there and shit.
So my wife there with the shotty. I don't know if you
Yeah, I
want
was
to
gonna
do
say
that.
you could go ahead, nigga. Good luck, nigga.
Hey, yo, no, I've been cooking for your
Good luck.
family.
Rubbing them knees too. I see you over there.
Yeah, I've been cooking for your family every
It's
Sunday.
probably better I ain't there.
No, but on some real shit though, yeah, the reason, and I'm gonna let y'all know the reason why. I'm gonna let the people, the viewers, know the reason why, the subscribers, and I'll give a big shout out to y'all. Bless y'all and shit. I know I ain't been
You
around.
was only here when
If
you was
y'all
last
look
year.
back-
We had 3. Now we got
Shut
6.
up, Jeremy. Just see, goddamn, shut up. So I was here in the early stages. You know what I mean? Y'all can scroll back to the early stage. You can see your boy. You know what I mean? And then, yeah, I had to take a little hiatus due to financial reasons. My kids is big. I don't have a lot of kids. I just got big motherfucking kids, and they eat.
Running their family.
Yeah,
Everybody big.
shit.
Even
I
the
need-
little niggas is big.
I need money. No, but on the serious tip, man, I did
Real
some training,
shit.
right, man. I just got a new job for the state, independent broker, trying to make a little bit
what
more
up,
money.
sir?
It just took a while, man. It just took a while to do the process. In the meantime, just working, starting a new job, and
Congratulations on
everything.
that
So,
new venture. Every
but
new
yeah,
venture
appreciate
is
it,
like
man. Appreciate it.
not just nerve wracking, but it's like you got to learn new shit, do new shit,
Yeah.
and master it. Because we can't settle for being
insane.
okay. We got to be the best at it. You know?
Word, that's what we talked about too. And like I
Yeah.
said, that's why I try to celebrate every week. Like
Yeah.
the compliments I got last night just for having Jariah. One lady, I don't like to do the race thing, but a white lady, she said, you're so cute, honey. And the way that you and your dad match, that's so professional. He's teaching you really good.
That's
You know
some
what I'm
real
saying?
shit.
But
Yo,
what I'm
Don't
saying.
it feel good to be acknowledged for
Yeah.
something that I mean? 'cause
So simple.
I've never been somebody to
Yeah.
chase acknowledgement because I'm always so hyper focused on getting shit done. I know if I do a good job, that satisfies the job and the circumstance, right? But as of lately, it's been like, appreciate what the fuck I do for you, especially
Yeah.
when I step into the business
Or period.
interaction being so fair and, you know, maybe even taking a little bit less so that you can realize my potential providing the service. You know what I
You
mean?
know, that's and you know, shout out to the people at the Y because that's how it happened. You know what I mean? So me and my daughter, we went to the daddy-daughter dance, and they had already had up an established photo booth. So when we got there, the dude, something had happened, and so you know, the CEO of the Y, I can't remember her name,
Yeah.
Karen, I think. She's a great lady though. She said, "Yo, if you would, I would appreciate it." You know what I'm saying? And I tried to give her a discount and everything, and she was like, you know, I appreciated your service. I appreciate your dedication to your craft. You know what I mean? So I'm going to pay you what you deserve, not what you asked for. You know what I mean? So shout out to the folks at the Y. You know what I mean? And she said anything moving forward, she going to fuck with me. So, you know, building relationships, man.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
See if you
Episode
get your boy
92.
in there. If she fucking with you, she CEO. They get a free treadmill.
What was that? That was your sponsor thing? You
Nah,
did
so
that?
I just worked the event. It was so last night was heels and high tops. So that was the mother son dance. Last week was ties and tiaras. That was the father daughter dance.
Daddy daughter shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But now I'm in there now. So you know what I mean? We're gonna try to make sure that we do a little more
That's
things
why I
like
said
that.
keep
so
me
I'm gonna
posted.
keep y'all posted.
Candace
y'all
and
a
Sanaa did
question,
a joint. a couple
Yeah, I
weeks
tagged
ago.
Candace in the post.
So what is
Well, let me
everybody
know too. I mean, that's shit. I got a daughter too, so you know what I mean.
Go ahead, Cap.
what is everybody looking forward to in 2025? I know we damn near 4 months into the year, but it's still freshly the beginning. How does everybody plan on elevating
Round table, like
2025?
starting with
We'll start with Hoodie
with
since
Pooh,
he's-
or okay.
Um,
We'll go that
me.
way.
So as y'all know, I started the photo booth business last October. I'm a legitimized LLC, Magical Moments Photo Booth and Media.
Congratulations.
Thank you. You know, so we're moving forward. I'm continuing to progress. I'm working on my advertising. I have my website and everything up in a week or two. All my information is moving along real smooth. I got a Youth Bureau Connect where I'm doing things with the Chemung County Youth Bureau. I got like 8 proms booked for this summer. So, you know, I'm just continuing to progress and try to be better at what I got going on. Kool-Aid.
Simple, man. Healthier me, better me. That's it. That's all.
Shout out to you two on some real shit, like on a serious note. I seen you drop a couple LBs, bro. Keep it up, man.
40 in the motherfuckers.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah, that's
Keep it up. Don't
Just-
stop, man. That shit hurts. I know
Keep-
it sucks.
Yeah, keep dropping this weight.
Yeah, man.
That's it.
We look forward to you having a neck, bro.
You be able to get off that
Got one.
you be able to get off that CPAP machine.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
You still putting the ramen noodle, chicken ramen noodle packet flavoring in your CPAP water?
I was trying to sleep with it. The CPAP, I was trying to sleep with it. Your mom told me
But you listen, but the chicken flavor is probably keeping you awake.
Nah.
If you
It
listen,
kept
use
her
the
awake.
listen.
It kept her awake. She said she liked the beef flavor.
My mom.
Damn, his mama cut you. I ain't gonna lie to you, W. She'll be waiting outside your house like this.
She watched she watched the podcast.
And they trying to get me shanked right now.
You know, he ain't trying to do nothing. He tried to say
You put that on yourself.
She finna cut that nigga tattoo off.
That's fucked up.
Shit. He said you put the
No, but on
chicken
some real shit, though, I
seasoning
noticed
packet.
it, bro. You look good, man. Keep
I
it up, man.
appreciate it, bro.
Oh, I want to bring it up too. This was fucked. I tell you, I be watching, man. Every once in a while to come back topics. I might be back. I can't promise next week, but I'm gonna pop up on you. I'm a guest now. I want to shout out to the subscribers
You
again.
never
Y'all
guessed.
Thank
He gonna
y'all.
pull a Corey
Let me
Kenshin.
finish.
Ever.
You
My bad.
Yeah, 'cause
you should never have guessed.
I'm a
your
guest
house,
now.
nigga. This
But
your
I want to
house.
shout out to subscribers. Like I said, if y'all go back, y'all see me, I'm an OG in this shit. But I want to thank
sir.
y'all for looking out for my people and always watching my people. Good energy, good shit. Shout out to nephew for the weight loss. You keep it up, man. Shout out to the little cuz, you know, the football player, and I'm talking about soccer, doing this thing finna grow across seas. Shout out to the great fathers. But I want to bring up the fact I laugh so motherfucking hard because you've been doing your thing, bro. You keep doing your thing. You keep dropping them LBs. When you put that shirt on and said, this shirt finally fit, and Gerard commented, not yet, but keep it up. I almost threw up on my phone. I was going to reply, but I was like, you know what? Nah, do your thing, nephew. You looking good, bruh.
First
Keep
of all,
doing your motherfucking thing,
the
nigga.
shirt fit.
Not yet,
No, they
but
fit.
keep going.
That bitch fit.
But
That
keep
bitch fit.
going.
That shirt's fit.
Keep going.
slim thugging
Yeah,
it.
nigga.
Boy.
I was able to pull that bitch
He took a
down.
picture. He said, this shirt finally fit. And Gerard said, not yet, but keep going. You on your way. You are on your way. You are.
Hold on. By the way,
You
shout
are.
out Gerard because that nigga watched this podcast religiously. So shout out.
Yes, no, fuck Gerard. He almost hit me on my scooter earlier today. Then he gonna hit me. Then he not.
Why
Then
the
he
fuck
gonna
you
hit
ride
me
a
on. Then he
scooter,
gonna hit me on the book talking about, yo, that was me beeping at you, son. I was like, I couldn't see you. Damn near hit me.
Hold on. Let's bring it back. It's Sir's turn to see what he got for his endeavors for the year.
Good shit.
Man, I'm looking forward to Greece. I am.
When
Word.
is that
can't
trip
wait.
again? What's the date
I'm
on that?
jealous as
I'm
fuck.
leaving April 18th, coming back the 25th, so on a Saturday.
Well, that's 3 weeks. That's right around the corner.
Damn, that's right
Yeah.
there, bro.
I'll be taking pictures.
Everybody for damn, I ain't got a camera.
Now we can.
Trying to do it this time. and I ain't got
Yo, you can tell I've been slipping, huh?
Yeah, nah, you good. I'm
He said,
glad
yeah,
you
next
did
time
say
we're gonna
it,
have
nigga.
3 cams
I
on
didn't
you,
say
nigga.
nothing.
Yeah,
But
trick
he
question.
said something earlier, nigga, and I was like, nah, I made a bad fake ass excuse.
Yo.
Did I ask earlier
I
about that?
swatched out everybody out for that actually put bread into his GoFundMe to help us get him
That's
out
what's
there.
up.
Marshall, thank you so much. Appreciate
Shit, you already know, cuz.
Appreciate it.
We really do appreciate that.
So how long?
Big things.
How
Big
long is
things.
the trip? And you said the flight is what, like 12 hours?
Gonna be 15 hours there, and it's gonna be 16 hours back. And
I think you're gonna enjoy it though, man.
you
It's-
will.
Only
it's
thing-
an experience.
the
you
only
know?
thing I need for the trip now is just some euros. So when I go over there, I can actually like buy stuff.
Nah, when you get there,
can exchange
when
your
you
money.
get there, you have to go to the exchange. So when you get off the plane, before you go into
Mr.
customs,
You see how this
Passport.
nigga's hands start doing this when when you get there, you have to go change your euros
Wrist
into
started getting mad
exchange.
flimsy.
And if you do your fingers like
That's
this,
what I'm worried about. I'm
Nah.
gonna get back. I'm gonna try to go to school the next day. I'm gonna be like,
yeah, nah,
it's gonna suck.
it's gonna be an experience, cuz you
yeah,
gotta
it's gonna
love
be
it.
dope.
Suck it in, you know what I mean? Take it in.
Pause.
Listen to
Yeah,
what I'm
we
saying.
Yeah.
pause button.
Listen, okay, you know what? I'll
No
let y'all have that.
U-turns.
I'll let y'all have that, but y'all know
All right.
how I give it up. This is.
All right.
I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I'm very comfortable in my masculinity and my. I
All
get
right,
into my
Marsh,
emotional
Marsh,
side.
Marsh,
Shit up.
let P
And
go.
cuz, like I
Hold
said,
on. Before we let P go, can we establish what buttons we need so I can load them up for next week?
Light
For
skin
me?
on light skin.
but anyway, like I was
Maybe
saying, real
that
quick,
a little too much.
Yo,
sir,
feel
you
like
can
we
take
need to
pictures.
shut the fuck up,
You can
nephew
take
button.
pictures, you know what I mean, and
Yeah.
shit like that. But don't have your phone out all the goddamn time.
Oh, yeah,
Put
I
that
know
shit in your pocket, get it firsthand, get that shit in, watch it for yourself. You know how many people record great events and see it through their fucking phone? But you can't feel the feeling that you can
Yeah.
feel in real life.
So when he's gone, we'll be filming a pod while he's gone, right?
Yeah, because I'll leave on a Friday, so I
So
won't
you
be
can
that
call
pod.
in.
Yeah, the remote
But then
call
the
you.
next
Nah.
pod, I'll be there because I come back
So
that
it'll
Saturday.
be
you-
6 in the morning.
No, oh yeah.
Because
Yeah.
what Greece is
Nah, nigga.
10 hours.
So why
I
don't we
think.
dedicate,
I
go
think
to the
so.
gym, and
Hold
can
on,
you
let's
stream
ask-
from? Can you
ask
stream from
4:30.
Greece?
Greece is
Fuck a
10
call. We need
I
live.
think they do. I don't
what I'm
know.
saying. Like,
internet?
I'll have to do like WhatsApp or something because I don't know if my service would work out there.
yeah, I got what's
I might be wrong.
Nigga,
on
they
that.
got Wi-Fi. It's not
Nah, I
you're not
think-
on
He's
that
saying,
gas
like,
station.
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
know,
trying to
but
think
still.
of the time. I think
trying
it's
to
10.
call you guys.
I think Greece is 10
heard
hours,
that,
so he
nigga?
would have to. If we recorded at 8 tonight at night, he would have to. It would be 8 in the. It would be 8. Like say if we recorded at 6 at night, it would be like 4 in the morning
Bro,
over
spit
there.
this
Yeah.
shit out.
Yeah.
Yes,
Well,
I
you know what you
wouldn't
can
be
do?
able-
I'm trying to talk about some shit you ain't never
You
experienced.
can
I
send
get
your
it.
dad.
You fly all over the place. I get it, bro.
You
We-
can send
we
your
all get
dad
it.
some video clips, at least like a minute or two, about your experience and what's going on.
yeah,
and then
yeah,
we can
that'll
play it while we're on the
I
pod.
I think they live stream the games we play, but I might be wrong. Because we're playing against some of their top clubs, so
Yeah.
I'm guessing they're gonna have some type of recording. And
mean,
if I
has
can
to.
find it, if I can figure it out,
Like a
I'll
link
get it.
that we
Yeah,
can at least download it and play
and then
it,
I'll try
or-
to send it.
Yeah, we're all proud of you though, man. Like that
Facts.
shit is serious, bro. Like
Word.
That's big shit.
Not to mention, my man is an honor student. My man
talk about
Oh yeah,
is an honor student. Right?
yeah.
honor student.
I'm not gonna lie, I did get I was a little behind for English,
It'd be
but
like
then I
that.
brought some stuff in and it jumped it from like a 65 to an 89, which got me to a 90 overall.
Let me give you some
Dope.
jewels. So there might be a way for you to proceed on your college endeavors with full scholarships if you continue to do that.
Word.
Make that shit happen.
Some real shit. Oh yeah.
You gotta
Make it
hold
happen.
another 4 years. That's
Yeah.
Another, you got 4 more years, so that's 4 more.
5 if we're counting next year.
You got probably 6
8 more semesters.
to go.
Make it happen.
I think what Kev's trying to say is physically you can get the scholarship, but keep on your grind
yeah.
and you can get that shit
Talking to the mic so we can hear
with your
you.
brain. With your
Yeah.
brain.
Yeah.
You can get that shit with your brain.
Yeah. And then they'll give it to you like, yo, you earned this shit.
Word.
Yeah, because my school, what they do is,
Oh, your school sucks. I know.
yeah, it does. But the thing is they have awards.
Yeah.
They have like an award ceremony, and kids can get like thousands of dollars
Yeah.
to go toward. My sister, I think, got like $50,000 just
That's
off
what
of
my daughter
awards
did, man.
to
Dope.
go right towards her college
That's
tuition.
what's
That's what my daughter did.
I need one of those,
proud
man. I'm about
her.
to go back to school.
Hell yeah.
You can do it. You got it in you, and you're playing
Yeah.
sports. Like, get that shit done. So in 2-3 years from now, we'll be talking about all this shit in the past
Word.
tense. Like, look where he's at.
That should be
now.
dope as fuck, right? See that shit?
I
And
think
even
I
on
would've-
top of
I would've
even-
gotten a ton
even
more
on top of
rewards last
scholarships,
year,
sir.
but-
You get even on top of scholarships. I know you can get scholarships. It'll happen. I'm speaking into an existence right now.
Yeah.
But on top of that, just the type of person you are, even being a good stand-up person, a person that people when they see, oh shit, here comes
Yeah,
Sir,
yeah.
you can get a lot longer that way too. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
man.
the people that you'll meet on your endeavors will change your life for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
It might not seem important at this second, but when you interact with these people, when you get older, these are going to be the people that are in the workforce
Mm-hmm.
throughout the country, in the world, that can vouch for you and say,
Yeah.
yes, you need to employ him because
Yep.
I know him in this way. You got that. I see it in you already. I know Jetta
You know what
sees
that
it.
reminds me of? You just said that. Ryan Leslie, the artist, he has a couple of videos. He said his video in London or England, all these Ferraris lined up in his mansion. He said that's one of his fans.
Damn.
Just because he knows his fan, he's cool with his fan.
That's one
He
of
said,
his
"Yeah, you
fans.
can use my Lamborghinis for your video." So everybody think that's Ryan. No, that's one of his fans.
Networking.
He's friends with his fans.
I would say
So
sir,
now he don't have to spend money.
Damn.
He doesn't have a budget to shoot a video because he got a friend that I got tickets for you. Yeah, come in and you can come to my house and shoot a big ass video without nothing.
Damn.
Just you know what I'm saying? Just on the way you the way you move, the way you carry yourself.
So let's get the P though.
hold on real quick. I would say
Nephew, go ahead, do your
I would say
thing.
you got a bunch of uncles in the
Yeah.
place right now where you can. He's got so much knowledge, so much knowledge, so much knowledge. I got so much knowledge. P. Marsh, so much. You got everything you need as a resource to be the best you could possibly be. There's no reason for you to fail.
Yeah.
We probably gotta put this nigga. In the group chat or something.
Who, sir?
Yeah, 'cause
Of course.
John be sending some dope ass videos, some motivational.
Yeah.
videos. We all be sending some dope ass videos, man.
There's just no reason for you to fail, man. You got everything you need.
I love y'all. I'm starving. Pete, go ahead and tell us what your endeavors are.
Let's get to it, I guess. Let's get to
But
it.
don't rush because he's hungry.
I'm I'm just trying to get a job. Nigga, I'm unemployment currently. You know what I mean? But it's gonna come. But otherwise than that, man, I'm just happy spending time with my kids, man.
I've never
so how
seen
long
I've
were
never
you
seen
at
a
the
white
job
dude without
before
a
the
job.
unemployment situation popped up? How long were you there for?
About 6 years.
So sometimes God works like that. Sometimes God is
Serious
like, yo,
ways.
It's time for
I
do
want you to
something
take
different.
this time
Yeah.
to spend with your kids because, yeah, you spent time with your kids prior, but you didn't have as. I mean, that has happened in my life. That's why I say it like that. Like, there's been times I've been taken out of shit and didn't even realize.
Yeah.
Your license clean, P?
Is your mic cutting it out, or is it my
Yeah,
headphones?
just
No, it's
mine
mine
just
too.
It's
went
the
up.
headphones. We keep stepping.
No
on
jokes,
that
by the way.
accident.
P,
It's just,
is
I
it-
think
is-
it's pulling it.
License clean?
My license is good, yeah. My license is good.
So what is your
come
20?
drive.
What
Let's
is your
go.
what do you want and what are you gonna excel at in 2025? What are your goals?
Man, I'm just my goals is to live healthier, get my shit right, my physical right. You know what I mean? While I can, just be a better parent, just be a better person. You know what I mean? And just keep it pushing. You know.
Mars.
Yeah.
What about you, sir? What's your
just
goals and things that you're trying to do
Stepped
for
away for a
20?
minute and shit.
It looked like
2025.
that nigga was like this.
Yeah, I dumbed off for a second. I was thinking about.
I was
it.
thinking
remember
about
what
a
I was
plate
thinking
too.
about.
That's how I was looking.
Yeah, I think it was
First
thinking
step
about a
is to
sandwich or
put
something.
lotion on these knees.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what that nigga said.
See, there you go again. He ain't gonna talk about endeavors. He gonna talk about hors d'oeuvres.
That's funny. That was crazy.
Now, on some
That
real shit
was
though,
crazy.
a new job. Like I said, a new job. It's dope because I can help people more on the financial level. Like as far as I work with the kid Caden. He's shout out to Caden, my guy.
Can I ask you a question about that
yeah.
without cutting you off? So is that the young man you've been bringing to the gym?
Mm-hmm. You know
All right.
that's my cousin Miguel.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you've been doing your thing with him, man. I don't know
Yeah.
if he feels like he's getting brolic or not, but how is he feeling about the progress he's made?
He told me, cuz my triceps are fried. Now Miguel, I know obviously you guys see
Yeah,
he's
that-
high functioning autistic.
I just feel like that's so.
Yeah,
That
it's
shit is so dope.
Yeah, man, it's been a while. He said he's trained for like 3 years, but he's never seen anything.
Yeah.
And I put him on to you got to do this so many times a day, and then like he's like, yo, cuz I feel a difference, and I could feel this. Like his mental's a lot better.
That's
And
beautiful.
it's just it's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing. That's what I love doing. I love helping people. Like I said, like
That's that shit.
at this point now, with my new position, I can help people like on the financial tip now.
Well, shit, let me borrow $50.
So
then.
I can advocate.
Help me,
You got
nigga.
a little bit of in you. I might be able to get you some services.
You know what I'm saying? You talking about?
I might be able to get you $12,000.
I'm looking for your help. You said you can help people. I need $50.
So basically, this is what I'm saying to you. Like right now, okay, I work. I do like a caregiving. You know what I'm saying?
guess they can never
It's
say.
just with respite. You know what I mean? Basically babysitting shit. And now to the point where I'm part of, okay, you can say a circle of circle
Providers.
of support. Circle of support. So basically, I'm the support broker. If you want to do go-kart or karate classes or music classes, you know what I mean? I'll set the budget for you. It's going to cost this much. It's going to cost this much. I think he needs a little bit more for this. And government pay for it. You know what I mean? They be giving these kids $80,000, $90,000 budgets for a year because they're autistic. You know what I mean? And now I'm in a position to where I can help more. But even seeing on this side all the bullshit that happens, so I'm kind of in the door a little bit more now, so I can advocate like, nah, get that motherfucker $89,000. You know what I'm saying? Give it to him.
Give me 89.
Give
nigga.
it to him.
I'm
So
retarded right now.
basically, that right there.
So you've been retarded your whole life.
Yo, I can get you.
I'm
Yo,
retarded right now, bro.
fucking
Like,
with
everybody
you,
know that.
fucking with you, nephew. Bring you with
Everybody
me.
know that.
Bring you with me.
Yeah.
They
You'll
gonna say
have
you got.
You'll have a 5
Nah,
car.
don't do that.
He'll have
Don't
a
do
5.
that. You gonna get.
He'll have a 5-car garage.
Now we get a strike. Yeah. Now you just got us a strike.
Yeah,
God damn.
I'm saying, bro. Are you saying I want the 89,000, bro?
might have to edit
So
that
like, we're
shit
going to
Nah.
school. Me,
Just 'cause you got- just 'cause you
time
got-
to go to school, nephew.
Just 'cause
Like,
you got
let's go,
pica.
bro. Like, let's go.
You got pica. That's what it is. You got an eating disorder. So, Quest, what's your goals for 2025?
I didn't even get a chance to motherfucking
we
finish.
love you.
nigga.
We love you. We got Quest.
Yeah,
Quest,
you-
what's your goal for 2025, man?
Yeah, you was long-winded, Mark.
You long, you heavy-winded, motherfucker.
I know, and I'm about to get this check too.
Well, you got you can't eat a whole sandwich in once. You got to take a bite, swallow, and breathe.
I know.
My goals is the same, man. Just to get as healthy as possible, bro.
Today
And stay motivated, stay consistent. You know what I'm saying? Not cheating myself, not cheating a day. You know, just continuing to stay on the path that I am, man, and catch a dunk. You know what I'm saying? Before the year is over.
That's
So listen,
what's
before
good.
you do, can we get this first dunk on tape? Let's make it a
got
big
to.
step because you've been
Nah,
working up to this point.
You can't get the first one on tape.
You got to.
I gotta
that's
get
all
it
it is,
in. I gotta
niggas.
get it first, and then like, yeah, let's
You
record
can't.
it.
You
You're
can't
right.
get the first one on tape because you're gonna see him.
And see, that's where y'all be
trying a bunch
slacking.
of
That's
times.
why we need. That's why we need that shock factor. We need to take this bitch to another level. Why we can't get the first one?
Yeah.
Fuck that. This is a big deal. This is first dunk. Let's do it. Hit, win, lose, or draw. Like the nigga say, you got to catch a ball. If you missed it, if you do a Sprite commercial, that's what it is. And then we can follow it. And you might have 100 motherfuckers out your 3,000 subscribers that's hooked to that shit.
No, we
Yo,
got.
'cause I'm
we-
train- 'cause
no,
I'm
we
really
almost got
training
7,000.
hard, bro.
Put some respect on our shit. We had almost
You know,
7,000 now.
I respect
Mars.
that. I respect
appreciate
that.
you.
I
You know,
respect
we
that.
got a couple extra people. We want all our followers
That's
to
what's
feel
up.
appreciated.
I'm with the 7 knees, nigga, on this one.
So, Cap,
Hold
Hold
up.
on,
Quest,
you
did you
saying?
finish up?
Yeah, you know.
how come you ain't respect my finish up? That's bullshit. I'm back for the first time in a long time.
Because you a guest,
It's
mind your
because you
business.
didn't come in. You keep trying to hold your hand over him,
So,
nigga, but we
Cat,
still see him.
I was sitting there replacing the battery.
What's
still
one of your
seeing.
goals for what's your
My bad,
goals
Cap.
and what you got going on for 2025?
Shut the fuck up.
All my goals are oriented towards my kids and my wife, man. I'm just trying to help push my kids forward, which I've been doing a pretty good job at. I feel like I can pick up in certain areas, so I'm hyper focused on that. One thing I've had to get more comfortable with is not pressing my daughter as much because she's in a heavy, stressful environment. So it's like trying to support them to be the best versions of themselves, man. And on top of that, I'm trying to be the best version of myself that I can be.
What year is she going on into? This is
She's a sophomore now.
So she'll be a junior.
Should be a junior next year. So I guess my goal is to push them as much as I can without doing it too much, because historically I've always been overbearing, in my opinion, because I want to push them to be everything that I wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And on top of that, I'm trying to push myself to be everything that I've never been. Hard, difficult, but at the same time, I love challenges. So,
Attainable.
yeah.
Let me ask you this. 'Cause, you know, that's probably a dumb question because I know how you are with us. When you know shit and you try to, even in the gym, you know if blah, blah, how do you deliver it to your kids? Because they're your
I
kids.
talk to them. So this is a beautiful thing about me raising my kids. I've always raised them in an environment where I never tried to suppress their thoughts.
Right,
I've
yeah.
never tried to be like over controlling or overbearing. So when I have conversations with my kids, they feel super free on conversing with me their opinions, even if they're different.
And that's why I asked you that, because when I talk to you, and like even in the gym, and certain stuff you talk to me about, I get the feeling to where like you're actually want to teach something.
That's just
like
what
you're trying to teach, and not to
And
the
I wanna
point where
learn, though.
yeah,
Because
that's
I
what I was about to say.
learn,
That's what I was saying. You're not to the point where you're pushing. You want to learn. You want to listen, because you say it all the time.
Because I know
I
when to
learned
back
from listening.
off. I know when to back off.
Yeah.
I really have, in my opinion, I don't know what it is, but I have an obsession with learning from people. And my kids, I've always been like that. So what I've realized, the approach that I took with them as they were young, as they're older, is really paying off, because they're not like attached learners. They're independent learners, but they know how to revert back to me for.
I feel
If
like
they don't know, they know.
Yeah,
I feel like
and they challenge me though. They challenge me too. So if I feel a different way, my daughter, she's a supreme example. If I say some shit she doesn't agree with, she speaks up. She smiles about it. We laugh about it. We express our different opinions, and then we keep it moving. We don't. There's no feelings.
I feel
That's
like
like
to the
a
point,
learner,
to the point where they'll come ask their
a learner and a
yeah.
teacher at the same time. Like you're a learner and a teacher.
I can't even help it. I don't know what it is.
You know what I
but
mean? Like
that's
I don't
what
think
it
there's
is.
anybody in this room that's not trying to teach somebody something.
Yeah.
Like everybody is trying to teach somebody something in this room.
Feels good.
And it's,
all
everybody
takes
has their
something,
own like
you know what I mean?
characteristics. That's like you're a learner, you're a teacher. You know what I mean? You're athletic and shit like that. PJ, you're smart as fuck. You're a cooker and an eater. You know what I'm saying? You write jokes and laugh. You know what I mean? Sir, this bitch is dope. You know what I mean? Sir, he's a soccer player, smart kid. You know what I mean? Honor roll.
Let me end off myself with this. I was explaining last week about how my daughter's studying regenerative medicine, right? That's not something I know anything about. So every time we get a chance to talk about it, I ask her questions, and I just sit back and let her tell me what it is.
Listen.
Because I know nothing about it. You sitting there telling me about how you have to dissect mice and place stem cells on a liver and wait for it to regenerate. So to me, that shit is intriguing, my nigga. I feel blessed. I don't care what happens. I feel blessed.
You think her decision to go into regenerative? Did I say that right?
Niggas.
Did I say that right?
Push it out. No,
Regenerative.
You did. Nah, you did. There
Regenerative.
Yeah.
That's what I said the first time.
Bro, it's just regenerative.
You got little ears. Shut up.
Regenerative, nigga. That's all it takes.
Do you think that had anything to do with your situation for her going into that medicine? Or is just something that she was interested in?
So there's a conversation we had where she said that she learned more about the process and what it is as she was in school after her first year.
Okay.
But then again, I have to keep in mind that she's always known about my condition since the beginning. So she's seen me go from strong to fucked up to weak to strong to mentally fucked up. To, so I know there's a portion of that draws in a curiosity.
Yeah.
I just don't know how strong it is, and I'd hate to say, but I know that she loves her dad. We talk I can't say every day now because I don't bother her every day because she's too busy for me to bother her every day.
It can't.
It used to be every day until I was like, I gotta leave her alone a little bit and let her grow up.
And the more she get into it, you know what I mean? It's
So
like
Cap,
the workload. is crazy.
So having somebody so close to you that is in medicine, you said regenerative medicine. So she's obviously has to go through. I mean, these aren't the name of the classes, but medicine 101, 102, 103, whatever. If she was to hit you up and was like, "Dad, you need to take the COVID shot," would you have took it?
We'd have a conversation about it, and I'd ask her, what is the reasoning for you saying that to me? Because, like I said, she knows shit that I don't know anything about.
Yeah.
So I, just like anybody else that would present that information to me, just because she's my daughter doesn't mean I'm just gonna do it.
Do it. Yeah.
We have to have that conversation, and if she chose to present that to me, I want to know why.
Yeah.
You want to preserve my life. I understand that, but I still want to know why.
Fair enough.
That's a good question, man. It brings up this my question. So you got a family member, close family member in the food industry, right? So with that, why you let me finish?
The FDA?
Yeah, the FDA. Can I finish? Everybody, man. Yo, we love these 7,000. 7,000, that's big. Y'all give yourselves a round of applause for that, man. Man, I'm gonna give y'all a clap for that, man. Because that's dope as fuck. That's
What you mean,
yeah,
y'all?
go on,
Nigga, you
cuz.
part of it
Hey,
too,
cuz.
nigga. You
Put it
know-
back on there, cuz. Put it back on
You
there.
should never show you.
That is dope as fuck.
That was
Can you
hard.
put me back on there, please? That is dope as fuck. We want to give a shout out to all these 7,000 plus subscribers here on the Mindful Exchange podcast.
Is that
Y'all
how
give it
many
up.
it is now?
It's close.
He said close to
It's
7,000.
close. It's
I
like,
don't even be
I
having
think it's
time
like
to look,
60.
man.
I ain't looked at it.
Hold on, I'm gonna tell you.
I'd have had to delete a few
Check it out.
comments and shit just because.
I love you, Neff.
I love you too, Mark.
You yellow
Episode
I ain't gonna lie, I miss you.
92?
Hold on, I'm about to
Yo,
tell you,
so
I'm about
what
to tell you
said
right
that
now.
At,
93.
at episode 100 will be what
May
is it?
25th.
So we got to figure out where we're gonna be at May 25th.
That's around
So
the
that's
birthday
if-
I
times,
think we should
too.
be outside at like.
So that's
Harris
if
Hill or
we're
some
that's
shit.
if we
That's
I was
every
looking at
Yeah, we
too.
could
So
play
that's if
putt-putt,
we
not cook all year.
record on Easter or we change it up a couple times like that because there's a couple Sundays that are gonna fall on Mother's Day. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can't
Mother's
be
Day.
here
Yeah.
Mother's
So
Day, man.
like I said, there's gonna be a couple days, so it's gonna be roughly right about there.
yeah.
So I was just gonna play it close.
Either way,
and
it's
when
gonna
we
be
get to
warm
like
as fuck when
when
we
we
do,
try to get to like
100.
97,
Maybe
then
we
we'll
should
do
go
a
on a
plot and a
trip.
plan.
Okay, that makes
Go on a
sense.
trip and
Yeah,
take
man.
the shit with us and.
Listen, we go to Harris Hill. I'm cooking all y'all in putt-putt.
Podcasts connect, intellect, intersect. Brothers on the rise, no lies, just respect. Health, wealth, religion, truth, gotta inspect. Mindful exchange on deck, we perfect.